jump over? No,
This is the most exciting intro to the show we've ever had.
Well, mesmerised.
Riveting.
It's the raw doggo energy.
He's after going head first into a fucking coffee table.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry.
How dare you laugh at me?
That's a real fuck you bitch.
Yeah.
All right then. So, lads, we'll get this show on the road then. So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Future Wrestling. Hello.
Hi,
Doggo.
Jonathan.
Good up, Dennis. We are on our go-home show to our first pay-per-view of Season 2. Our match card is settled. We know who's going to be fighting for the Future World Championship. It's all very exciting. We have the rest of our match card, which we'll go to shortly. But introducing our room tonight, starting off...
I know. I have to listen to it every fucking week. There's only one day for you. Sorry.
He was going so well. It was so professional.
Yeah. I got distracted by dog. Anyway, so joining us this week, obviously, is Kira playing Violet Storm, who is going to be in that main event next week. You're very excited to go up against Braveheart, Conor Lock?
I know.
Yeah, sure. Put it that way.
Yes, no, I'm sure you are. I'm sure it's going to be fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Conor Lock. He's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He's definitely not he's good. You got this. It's fine. He's
that boy Cray.
He's on the level. It's fine. He's okay. He's just going through.
You're gonna fall, okay? And seriously, you're like a toddler.
Also on the card next week is Cutter, who made his return to Future Wrestling last week.
Yeah,
your brand new business venture, Cutter.
Yes. So again, nothing really planned for this week except pushing the new business forward and seeing where that takes me. And
you ate the rusher. What more do you want?
Whatever problems I can solve.
Yes. Well, like I said, you really have one problem on the horizon, which is, let's be fair, it's everyone's problem at the moment. Is Jimmy Morris. So I don't know.
I said no. Actual problems I should be concerned about.
All right.
Oh, that wiped the smile off you.
Oh, sick burn.
That was a sick burn, in fairness.
Smiley a second ago.
Anyway, I think that's a new record for Aaron getting bullied in the group already. That's impressive. I mean, 2 minutes into the recording. So,
I can afford to say it. Thankfully, my gimmick doesn't matter if I win or lose anymore.
That's true. As long as you get paid, that's all that matters. On the left-hand side is our dog sitter.
Where's your ball? Where's your ball?
He was playing Casey Colt. So,
where's your ball?
hands full last night, Amy, I think it's fair to say. And moving on then to our center screen then, Jamie is the person.
Watch, he might. Watch. Greyhounds again.
It's literally greyhounds from The Simpsons. Like that's
he's got
10 dogs in that room. And she's So, as I said, Amy is going to be facing the person in the center screen tonight, which is James Rage. We're back in the Asylum Fight Pit.
Is that tonight?
Next week.
No. Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, dogs are not included in the fight pit. It's not a kennel from hell.
Oh, can it not be a doghouse match? No. It is. It's like a never-ending cycle. It's like a never-ending cycle of collies.
Okay, lads, drinking game if you're watching at home. Drink every time you see that dog go across screen.
He locked after 30 seconds.
It's going to happen again.
That's 5 already. So
you see the nose.
How are you feeling about the Asylum Fight Pit match?
Excited.
Yes. You got a measure of revenge against Casey Colt.
Yeah, now I even know what happened. So no, the revenge will come in the cage. We'll talk more about this later, but there's a bit of a twist with it that I'm sure Rob and Casey will love.
Rob won't be fucking there, so Rob doesn't care.
Exactly. Okay.
I feel like my manager has just screwed me out.
Your manager has done fucking nothing to you. Your manager has done everything that you needed him to do, but now your manager has to go off.
Hold on, lads, you're not scheduled to break up yet. For fuck's sake, really?
We're not breaking up. Or I have to go and sort my business.
No one said anything about a breakup.
No.
A breakup.
No.
Seems like a breakup to me.
Rob
Foxy, don't even fucking start me, you. Don't start me.
Indeed,
what do you want from me?
Come on, I want all that venom. Come on.
Yes,
I don't. No, hold on. I'm the one that has to fucking promo with him. Can you
No.
fucking calm?
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You won't get any of the venom. But Foxy will get it. And if that stealing little bollocks gets in my way as well tonight, he'll fucking get it as well.
So, while we give Jerry a chance to calm down, Foxy, you are the one to face Jerry next week on the pay-per-view. Potentially a measure of revenge against Rob Midas, or perhaps Rob Midas will show how good a wrestler he is. How are you feeling about this match? It's a bit of an unknown trip into the unknown for you, Foxy.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. As it's finding my chance to get my hands on Rob Midas after such a long time of him living rent-free in my head.
Yes.
So
I think there's actually competition to see who's actually living rent-free in each other's heads. Because I think both of you are. Like, you both have just changed places. It's weird.
To be fair, it's very, very easy to get into Silver Fox's head. Even Kyle has been living there for a while.
It's very much an open door policy in Silver Fox at the moment.
Although Kyle was cool.
Yeah, that's true. He was just renting. It's fine. So
Kyle was an annoying Twitter troll.
Yes.
He wasn't a troll though, okay? He never actually said he was a troll. He was legit a fan of Ratman and Connor Locke.
He's just a stan. Like, he's not a troll. He's a stan.
Yeah, he's legit a fan who just believes everything is real with regards to wrestling.
It's still real to me, damn it.
He cried. Don't forget though, he did actually cry when Ratman. No, was it
when Ratman lost?
Yeah, he legit cries when Ratman loses. So
yeah, there you go. So elsewhere in the call is Jimmy Morris, who is again also gets pay-per-view payday despite losing to NPCs. Aaron, how are you feeling towards your match against Connor next week?
Jesus Christ, that was harsh. Like, I know we're all religion, but that was unnecessary.
I have to say that like
you were meant to be
I've never said anything
man.
That bad.
Yeah,
Jesus. It is heavily implied the GM paid off Connor to deal this. So,
like, that's like there's fucking like us taking the piss, and then there's like a serious shock.
Yeah, you're dead right. Hashtag Decker fucking out.
Yeah.
Can't get away with treating your staff this way, Decker,
actually,
you dickhead.
These all who wasn't there? Okay, so for the three of you that weren't at Rascals, were you informed as to why hashtag Decker out was trending in our group chat?
I'm presuming because he fucked up the booking.
He did.
Bookhead
couldn't
organise.
He cancelled the booking instead of confirming the booking. Because
say your line.
What? No, I can't say the line until later. It's part of me promo. I can't say it until later.
You don't want to blow your load too early, lads.
Well,
50 points, Jerry, but you can cancel it in advance.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, Aaron, how are you feeling towards your match against Cutter? Have you got a plan? Have you got a way of
taking down the blind fucking needed you? You'll break them. Right. Jackson.
Sorry,
Jackson,
Aaron, go ahead. You speak now, Aaron, because she'll shut up in a second.
She won't.
No.
I do have a plan, but we'll all find out what that plan is later on, because I will all tell you in detail what the plan is.
Excellent.
That's terrible. Why would you tell me what the plan is?
Because then you'll think he's stupid. He's not stupid enough to go along with this plan. But I am. And that's
but now you're just telling me you're telling me the twist.
This sounds like a real they don't know.
Stop talking.
I know, we know, they know, we know, they don't know. Like, that's what that sounds like.
So, last but certainly not least, is Know playing Rob Midas, who will be making his official in-ring debut next week. Came as a bit of a surprise, but you seem to be pretty cool with it all the same.
I'm very cool. Oh,
you little bastard! You absolute little cunt!
Amy, mute.
Is her secret mission to derail as many people as possible?
It clearly,
I think so.
Is, yes, let's fuck up every promo.
Let's ruin everything.
Right, what was the question again?
The question again was: are you excited to make your in-ring debut?
Oh, very much so, because I think, once I get through this little obstacle, I can go on to bigger and better things, and I can't wait to. Well, I can't wait for my first match because it is going to be exciting, and I think me and Mr. Fox will have a good match. We'll see if there's any twists and turns in that match. You never know. He could have a few twists and turns. I could have a few twists and turns. We never know. But then I think once that's over and done with, that's kind of, I think we can safely say that should be the end of our story. But there's plenty more stories left to come. Indeed, very well put, Jerry. See, there's a man with the vision there of not living rent free in Silver Fox's head. I like the. No, I'll let him off the hook. After the pay, after tonight and after the pay-per-view, I let him go his own way, and it's only fair. Well, that's if he can walk. It's all that, or right. If he has a ball left to his name, because he might not have that either. But then we move on, and he gets to do what he wants to do, and I get to do what I want to do, and I'm excited for all of it. I really am. There you go. I love it. Nice uplifting start to the show. I like it. So not like everyone fucking else is what doom, fucking gloom, and a load of bollocks with fucking greyhounds jumping over the screen. Like, what the fuck?
He's a collie. He's not a greyhound.
He's a fucking bollocks, is what he is.
How fucking psycho was he when he was in the crate, though?
No, but he was going mental to just get out and say hello. He wasn't barking. He was just like, "Oh, a new friend." That's what it was. Because like hairy, the smell as well. Smell like. He's like,
"You look like one of my kind. Please let me out, sir. She keeps me in here for hours."
Hopefully with a stick.
And Lee said about that's better. So,
ginger beer all over the shop. Are you satisfied with yourself? It stinks of ginger on this couch now.
I did not sit on your fucking couch.
Looking off camera, I'm not. Don't bring me the ball. Don't bring me the ball. That's not what I want to do. Don't look at me like that.
I should get an audience just for that.
They're just for the promo of the episode for the week.
Yeah, they did. So we get our opening titles as ever, and then we get welcome to ringside by our commentary duo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Future Wrestling, and you join us just 1 week away from our first live special of Future Wrestling's Season 2. Mike Dublin joining you from the Future Wrestling Arena as ever, and I'm happy to be joined tonight by one of the someone who has known this wrestling business left, right, and center, but is back for 1 week only, it seems. Carla Jennings, welcome back to professional wrestling. Welcome to Future Wrestling. Must be excited to be here.
Thank you. It's so great to be here. I'm so excited. I'm like, Jackson, stop. Just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Stop. So excited to be here. One more. So excited to be here. Sorry about that. Sitter cancelled.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. I know. Yeah, so excited to be here. I've missed everyone. Like getting to see everyone again. It's been absolutely great. What's on your face? What was that? You're fine. You're gone. Go play.
It's like a really dysfunctional.
But yeah, it's just great to be here.
Yes.
So excited. Let's get this show started.
Obviously,
that is a timeout. That is a timeout. Okay, we do not interrupt mommy when she's trying to work.
A long fucking night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off you go, Mike. Let's get this show started.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, you'll have to forgive us if there's a bit of interference during our conversations tonight, but obviously, Carla, you couldn't find a babysitter, but unfortunately these things happen at short notice. Either way, as we were mentioning earlier on, Gold Rush is our first pay-per-view, our first live special of season 2, and the match card has been made, Carla, and it's quite a tasty deal indeed. We're starting off with the what else can we start with? But with the Future World Championship match between Violet Storm and Connor Locke. The contracts were signed earlier this morning. The match is official, and these two will face off for the championship. Violet Storm, of course, had the championship privilege from the Youngblood tournament last season, and Connor Locke defeated essentially very much a who's who of the Future Wrestling roster to get to the final, and it's going to be one of those two that walks away with that belt. You must be excited, Carla.
It is so exciting to see Conor Locke kind of come as far, to see him come as far as he has in such a little amount of time. I'm excited. I'm also kind of a little bit intrigued as to where everything is going. He has a completely different mindset over everything. Drop the ball, drop it. But then also to see Violet Storm as well. She's really kind of come out of her shell. She's a force to be reckoned with, this one. I mean, realistically, either one of them are totally deserving of it. Are you going to drop it? You gonna drop it? No? Okay. Either one of them are totally totally deserving to actually get that title shot. So I mean, it's exciting to see. It's lovely to see the new generation come up, isn't it?
Indeed.
Isn't it?
It certainly is. And like obviously
Go
you are
play.
an expert of
Go
this
play. Go play.
of this business, Carla, and obviously you've seen Violet Storm progress from this indie darling, if you like, now to what potentially could be a main eventer and world champion of a major promotion. It's a pretty big, it's high stakes overall for Violet Storm.
Really is on all this, and I mean, she's worked so hard to get to where she is, and then just to have to, really, stop, okay, just calm down a second. Really, just to kind of have this moment, kind of fucking hell.
I felt that one myself.
Really?
There.
That was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. Go and stand in the corner. Time out. That was so unnecessary. There we go. Yeah. No, I mean, to kind of to come from like where she started and kind of to get that really go.
You didn't just kind of corner, Carla.
I mean, I gave up wrestling for this life, didn't I? This is what I wanted, isn't it? But yeah, so anyway, everything is fine. It's great. I wouldn't change it for the world, Mike.
I'm sure you wouldn't. Let's move on though to some of the other matches on the card. Obviously, the devious team of Casey Colt and Rob Midas have been wreaking havoc over the Future Wrestling roster since they've essentially formed allegiances in the first episode, and they're both featuring in matches next week. Well, first of all, we'll reach the Asylum Fight Pit first. But what are your thoughts on the intriguing matchup between Silver Fox and Rob Midas himself, who has never wrestled himself in his career before? This is a first-time affair for Midas. And again, we know who Rob Midas is from years in this business. This is intriguing to think of.
It is. It's so exciting. I mean, this is the thing is, I mean, you have to give it to Kyle Decker on this entire kind of situation. He has managed to get like some of the best performers around the world at this point in time. But I mean, to actually have Rob Midas step into the ring with none other than Silver Fox, former Future Wrestling champion, former Arse champion. I mean, I don't think Rob Midas has really thought this through, to be honest with you. And like, I'm excited to see kind of what tricks he has up his sleeve to really kind of bring it home. Because let's be honest here, he has a plan, and it's really okay. Just one more time. He has a plan in this entire situation. I'm excited to see. Hopefully, as well, I would. I'm going to be biased in this. I'd love to see Silver Fox kind of come out on top on this one. No, go around me. Go around.
Well, much to that point, though, Carla, you do raise up Silver Fox there, and that is, if I was to play devil's advocate here for a second, it is crucial for Silver Fox to actually beat Rob Midas here, because again, he's mentioned himself, he has a bit of a crisis of confidence after losing that title on the grandest stage we've had here in Future Wrestling. If he is to lose against Rob Midas next week, what does that say about Silver Fox? What does that say about his confidence? And what does it say about himself, his stock as a professional wrestler, to lose to essentially a manager?
I mean, this is one of these things, okay? It's like Silver Fox has had the crisis of fate on this one, but I think if anything from last week should prove that he does not need to have this self-doubt. Again, I've said he's not a future champion. He's a former champion on this whole thing. And I mean, let's be honest here, there is going to be future gold in his future on this one. It's not like he's out for the count on this one. I think he really needs to just stop overthinking the whole kind of situation. Jackson needs to stop thinking the whole situation like once. No, thank you. And just kind of really kind of get his head forward and kind of straighten with the whole thing. I'm trying to do a job here. Do you mind, sir? But yeah, I mean, like this is one of those things. It's like, I think only time will tell kind of where the confidence is going to come from him on this whole situation. Go around.
Yeah, I totally agree. And on the flip side of that coin, then on the other side, inside the Asylum Fight Pit itself, will be Casey Colt and James Rage. Now, these two have already met a couple of weeks ago, and it was a war then. But now they're in the confines of what James Rage would call his home. But I think it's fair to say, Carla, and again, we know of Casey Cole for many years here on the independent scene and elsewhere. I think she might find it to be home as well.
See, this is the thing is with Casey Cole. So far, what we've seen from Casey Cole is she's not really one to kind of shy away from just having an elf fight. I mean, she's quite a talented wrestler when she actually wrestles, and right now what we're seeing is a completely different Casey Cole than what I actually remember from when I worked with her. So I mean, this really okay, just sit there and just sit there and just look pretty, just look like I'm controlling you.
There you go.
Was that another fucking dog? Okay, yeah, no, I mean, at this point here, like, I mean, this is not the wrestler that I remember. I don't know if it's Rob Midas, I don't know if it's something else. But I mean, it's a situation where I'm kind of thinking, I mean, if the two of them just want to have a fight on this one, I think both of them are going to get exactly what they want in that Asylum match. And you need a drink of water.
And like I said, we've learned from season 1 never to cross James Rage. It doesn't go well for the people that do. And Casey Cole may very well be the next person on that list. And to sign off then this stacked pay-per-view, 2 matches were signed just today, and one of them is for the tag team championships. We're going to have a number 1 contendership match here tonight to see who faces the Emperors, and it's going to be intriguing to see which one of those teams win out. But the other match we'll just mention as well is the intriguing pair-up of Cutter versus Jim E. Morris. Now, Jim Morris obviously had an opportunity in the Future World Championship tournament, and it did not go well for him. But neither did it for Cutter. Cutter obviously sustained an injury against Casey Cole, but since then seems to come back with a bit of a new lease of life, Carla, with this new business venture.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm enjoying seeing Cutter back. I'm intrigued by his business. Unfortunately, it did not include babysitting services. You know, it would have been warranted.
Though, in fairness, you did ask.
Yeah. Oh, I asked everyone.
Sorry, Delilah was busy. She had a function. So.
Yeah, sure she did. I even tried.
But nevertheless, man. but nevertheless, for Jim Morris as well, it might be an opportunity to start showing how good he can be, because obviously it perhaps is not going to plan for Jim Morris in future wrestling, perhaps a controversial thing to say here, but a win against a 6'10" monster like Cutter really puts you back on track, Carla.
A win for Jim Morris at this point, I think, would be a miracle. Really, I mean, like it's one of those things. It's like I'll be honest. I think we've seen the best of Jim Morris at this point. I think it's time he just did the final farewell tour and just hung up the boots.
Well, like I said, Carla, you're known for your strong opinions, and that is certainly another strong one. I'm sure Jim Morris will disagree with you on that, but that is
what a surprise! Jim Morrison disagreeing with the women. He hasn't fucking changed, has he? No, he has not. Give me the ball. Let go.
I see some scars have now healed over time, Carla. But nevertheless, we are going to move on with the show. Gold Rush is next week on the VCR network, so please stay tuned for that. It is a live special, a special start time of 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So we're going to get our show underway here with some singles competition.
Exciting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall. Oh, you didn't like that, did you?
Introducing to the ring first.
Do you want to go out? Do you want to tea? Okay, no. Okay. That's my boo.
So, introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 289 pounds, representing the Asylum Fight Camp, Carlton Titan.
You see where his back ball was?
Yeah, I saw it.
Shit, like you were flexible, boy. You're gonna fall off the table.
So, Carla, again, Titus, one of the powerhouses of this roster, and he probably fancies his chances here in this contest. But unfortunately, hasn't been a successful one again for Titus. He lost to Jimmy Morris in the opening round of the Future World Championship Tournament. I presume that didn't go down too well in the Asylum Fight Camp.
No, it definitely would not have. I mean, as we all know, kind of James Rage does run a very tight ship on that whole Asylum. At this point, so I can imagine that this entire situation for him is basically just proving his actual self. You stop hitting me! Just proving his entire self. Oh my God, why are you so annoying sometimes? Just so. Don't look at me. Just move over. Just. Okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, what was I saying? What?
James Rage runs a tight ship of future at the Asylum Fight.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point here, he just really kind of has to. I mean, he's just trying to save face now. At this point, he has to get some of that dignity back. Who's he facing?
And his opponent, weighing in at 199 pounds from Sandyford, County Dublin, Damon Garrett.
Oh, for fuck's sake! If he loses this, then even I don't think he can save face.
Well, Carla, I think it's. I think you probably vocalized a lot of the thoughts of people here at Future Wrestling. Garrett is very much an unknown quantity. I think it's fair to say at the moment with this sort of, I suppose this mean streak he's trying to develop. But obviously, Carla, you're not too convinced by the mean streak.
No, at this point, let's be honest. If we just if we just threw salt on him, just like a slug, he'd shrivel and die.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Carla. But there we are. So. Like I said, lads, this is an NPC match, so we're going to choose who wins. So, Kira, who would you like to win between Garrick and Curtains?
Curtains.
Dennis, who would you like to win against Garrick or Curtains? Curtains, okay. Two votes for Curtains. Amy, how about yourself?
How did you hear me? I was muted.
Curtain.
I agreed.
Get the curtain jerker.
Curtains, okay. Jamie, I think.
Jackson, you all right?
That's fine. So we already have more votes than we need. But Foxy, Aaron, Jerry, I value your opinion here.
No,
is don't. Anyone pulling for Garrick here?
No, Curtains all the way.
Curtains. Do we have a whitewash, Aaron?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, so I didn't even roll because I want Curtains to win as well. So
I think it's less about Curtains winning.
Yes. Does it feel good, James, to have your lieutenants winning a match? Does it feel good? It's a great day for the parish.
It's better for Garrick to lose.
Well, that's the thing. So, again, the match is not going to last long. It's going to be a squash match.
Oh, good boy.
The way it'll work is...
You're such a good boy. Ow.
So
I
Garrick
was literally praising you. Ow.
So Garrick is going to...
Can we vote for Amy to mute her mic for like 5 fucking minutes?
No.
No? Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay.
So, I will say perhaps mute it for the promos. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll do it for them, yeah.
Yes. So anyway, so like I said, it's a squash match. Garrick is going to try and basically try and do some form of like offense with a weapon and so forth. It's not going to work. Titus overpowers in all sense. Massive choke bomb, torture rack, taps out, and Curtains wins the opening contest. So lovely stuff on that front. Yeah, pretty much like that. And again, like Garrick does try and get some baby basically going. It's just not happening for him. And Titus walks out triumphant. So. With that, then, we jump into our next match, then, or actually, next promo. Yes.
It means very little, but just because he did get a win, can I go out and just raise his hand? just let him know he's still loved.
He's still loved in the asylum.
He's still welcome in the asylum family.
Yeah. That's it.
Make him feel
for now.
For now, yeah. Don't disappoint us again. This organization.
And don't do it again.
This organization doesn't tolerate failure, Curtains.
Or it will be Curtains for you.
So yeah, next then we cut the commercial from that, and when we come back, we see Cutter backstage with a nice beer and a cigar, smoking away in his very impromptu. What I like to think is like it's something like a utility room converted into an office type deal.
Completely original gimmick.
Yes, completely original. I like to think you're still wearing the tank top and jeans, but you have a tie because you're in business mode.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then the commentators ramble on a little bit, but then we hear a knock at your door. Yeah, knock at the door. It's you, Jerry.
Yeah,
I'm knocking at the door. He's
come on. Open the fucking door. Jesus.
Ah, Mr. Cutter. And how's the new business venture going?
Pretty good, Midas. Did you know? I was expecting you, of all the people, to pop by sooner or later. And you know, the weird thing is, you've been here a while now, and me and you, we've never really had much of a discussion, have we? Surprising, because you know, a man of your self-proclaimed intellect and kind of eye for talent, you never came hunting for a 6'10" monster, did you?
Well, you see, when I first came here, you were a little bit busy with other people and other things. And I thought, well, let's see how he gets on down the road. And it just seems to be down the road now, doesn't it? And I'm very impressed. I was very impressed last week with your business pitch. And it's definitely a very interesting concept. It's very unique. I've never seen or heard anything like that before. I'm just really, really impressed. And
thank you.
You know, I was looking at tonight and I see that what's the schedule I see here in front of me? It says that you're going to be in a match with Silver Fox. You're teaming with Silver Fox, is that correct?
That's right. Yeah. Hey, I don't make the matches. Booker.
No,
Booker
right,
man, you know?
Booker man. Oh, Booker man. Yes. The man who couldn't organize a piss up in a brewery. Yes. That man. He booked that match.
We all have our problems with Decker. I for one, you know, again, I have my problems with him. But one thing I'm operating this business on is fairness. I don't care who you are, I'll hear you out. And at the end of the day, if you have the money to back up what you're saying, I'm all ears.
Well, then, isn't it lucky that I walked in your door today? Because I have a few thoughts for this evening, and I'm thinking me and you can do some business. And who better to do business with the man with the Midas touch? Because I have a wallet bulging to the brim, and it's got your name on it. So, what do you say, Cutter? We going to do some business later?
I'm listening.
Good.
We leave the promo there. We leave it there on that. So the camera like kind of zooms out from the door, and we let them to their conversation. So lovely stuff, lads. Jerry, I'm giving you an extra point for the euphemism and the jab at me. So fair play. So, Dennis, how do you feel?
True story, by the way. People who weren't at Rascals.
Yes,
legit true story.
Similar event did take place.
I think he should get extra points for slipping that in. That was a pretty sweet line. That was pretty good.
Were you happy that his wallet was bulging for you, Cutter? You sorry about that?
I have no reason to doubt a man with the name Midas has a lot of money.
That's a nice way of putting what I was saying.
I just want to point out, when I was doing that promo, right at the end of the promo, and Cutter started talking again, I just happened to look over at James Rage, hissing himself, laughing. And I've no fucking idea why.
It was the term bulging.
The most obvious way possible.
That's what the script note said on the promo. It's like, so guys, you're gonna do your promo, we're gonna talk business, and then just in giant capital says gone sexual. That's how the promo's gonna be. So action. So anyway, so Cutter, give us a +2 roll on yours.
Oh shit!
And Rob, I'll give you a +4 altogether because you already have your luck roll. So
I haven't even got the fucking website.
Hold
on.
Nice.
Shit.
It's critical.
Yeah, it's a critical already.
9.
And 9 with the 11. Nearly a critical, but you do have some momentum for your match. So that's not too bad either. So lovely stuff, lads. And then we fade back to the ring, and the bell rings one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 241 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, Beans Morocco. Well, Carla, we are back here for some more future wrestling action, and we are bringing back Beans Morocco for season 2. His first appearance back from his impressive debut here last season. It must be good to see him back here.
Impressive. Yeah. I mean, it is only his second time ever, so clearly he made a lasting impression on Decker and his entire situation. What are you doing? Get away from those boxes. Get away from the boxes. Get away.
They're electrical wires.
Back here. Get back here now. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, impressive. Yeah, Jackson.
Well, as I said, it's not many people get to be able to knock out James Rage in a match, and Beans Morocco is a class of one in that regard.
It was
very
a fluke. Let's call a spade here. It was a fluke.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but either way, beat Morocco. That did actually happen. He got a critical again. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. He did knock me up.
It was a critical.
In my memory, though, was quite hazy around that day. For
Won
some
that
reason.
match.
You did win that
Eventually.
one. Yes. So yes, and his opponent, weighing in at 232 pounds from County Cork, Ireland, Jim E. Morris. So Jim, talk to your answer.
I'm just going to walk straight to the ring with a bit of intent, and go to the corner and get ready. Go. For any particular reason, could be the fact that they certainly. and by the way, finally somebody in this group came in that I cheated last week. Just to prove my point this week. Random.org for the old dice. There we go. Tweets to look up Leo Varadkar because he's a prick, and Facebook to annoy me.
Why even bring it up? Why?
It is official focus. Harry Soul lives rent-free in Aaron O'Connor.
Yes, he does. Still not over the fact that he wouldn't let me go with him. All right, it's very hard to protest.
Where's your ball?
Aaron, there's a very good reason why. It's because you're shit.
Worst thing is he used my real name as well. So that hurts. Okay, let's go then.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. You literally just said use my real name. Look at what you're typed in as. Everyone knows your fucking real name.
I'm not typed in as that. Not when it's
Yes,
on the
you
phone.
are.
I can't pick the name on my phone.
Yeah, but that's
Also
what I
that the
mean.
names
That's
don't
what I
come
mean.
up
Like,
on
you
the
can't
video.
argue that we now know your real name. We can see what your real name is.
Amy, shut up.
Oh, you better be careful. Somebody might find out where you live and not go after you because nobody gives a fuck.
No one's going to Cork.
This is foreshadowing for the Jim E. Morris
That is
gimmick
not
change.
yours. That is not yours. That is not yours. That is not yours. Let
Jim
go.
E. Bailey.
BB Bailey. Gee,
Is that a panda?
that's a panda. My God, he's killing Alan
Oh my God, it's Alan Moore.
Hey, Alan Moore.
Where's your ball? Where's the ball? Where's the ball?
Lord, guys,
No,
we
you
fucking
dropped the
start the
panties.
match. I'd like to finish tonight. Jesus
Jim
Christ.
Jim Morris, this match
Thank you
is
very much, killing the panda.
yes. So this match is 9 spots altogether. So I will roll on behalf of Beans, and Aaron, you'll do the same for yourself. So let's get this show on the road.
I should hope he's rolling for himself.
It's a 5.
I got
Well,
5.
he is. I mean, it's not a good start because Beans Morocco rolled a 7, so he's going to start
I'm
off.
going to get in before Jerry does and say, why wasn't the camera facing the screen when you pressed roll, Aaron?
Now, in fairness, who would actively cheat and give himself a 5?
A 5, yeah.
That's
So,
not
oh,
Yeah.
That was genuine.
don't call it
Well,
comeback.
As I said, the reason I'm not going to manage him.
Yeah, there you go. So like I said, Beans is going to start off here, and obviously he does have this kind of boxing background, but he's going to basically try and use that to his advantage. So he's going to basically push you into the corner and start going for corner jabs. So let's see if that works. He does have a decent stat in that regard, and it is successful. So that with the +2 makes it a 10. So he's got the jabs going in the corner, and we move on to our next spot. So Aaron, give us a roll on that. That is an 8. And unfortunately, Beans rolls a 9. So he's going to keep on the offense. So what's going to happen here is Beans is going to start. He is going to go for a power roll here. So he's going to keep working with the jabs, and then he's going to like point the turnbuckle and go for like a big vault over from corner to corner. So he's going to go for like a powerful Irish whip on that. So the -1 for Beans. So it might not work. Let's see how it goes. And indeed it isn't 4. So Jim, you can take control from here.
What did he do last again?
He's going for a super Irish whip. So I'm gonna hit you from corner to corner, basically.
Okay, right. I'll go into the corner, let him run after me. I'll move out of the way, and like as I'm moving out of the way, kind of hit his head off the turnbuckle, bring him out and hit with a German suplex.
German, nice. It'll be a work roll for that then, Jim, at +1. That's a 6 with the +1. Gets you out of trouble, so you do hit the German suplex just about. So nicely done. And next roll then for our next spot. So let's see how it goes. It's a 4. It's a 4, and Beans rolls a 5. So what I want Jim Morris to do here is so you've obviously hit the German suplex. Beans is reeling a little bit, and so what I want Jim to do is start running the ropes a little bit, and basically what Beans is going to do is he's going to reverse whatever you do into a tilt-the-world backbreaker. So look roll. It's a +1 for Beans. Let's see if it works. And it's a 6, so he doesn't hit it. Jim, you have a chance to reverse a tilt-to-world backbreaker.
6.
Okay, so whatever you say here is not going to work, but anyway. So what would you have done?
Right. Let's defy the laws of physics here. As he's spinning me around to get it, I grab his head and hit him with a snap DDT.
Not DDT. Well,
that's the only logical way out of that.
That works actually because that would be a work roll. So that +1 gets you out of the way. Gets you into makes that DDT work. So that's a good reversal, and you do get some momentum out of it. So nicely done. Yeah, we roll again then. Let's see what happens next.
Fucking cool. There we go. Oh, 11.
11, that's much better than my 4. So, Jim, you take control for the DDT.
I'll pick him up, bounce him off the ropes, and hit him with a belly-to-belly. And then go for a pin.
Pin from there. Right. Okay, so, again, so he has the weight advantage over you. So what I will do is I'll treat that as a power roll. So it's just a straight roll for you, Jim. Let's see if you pull it off.
Oh, watch this backfire. Oh, it's true!
It's a critical! Critical belly to belly. Oh my days. So, do you know what? I think the best way to do it is that you do a deadlift. Like you scoop him initially, he's off his feet, and then go for the belly to belly.
Yeah.
And everyone's going like, "Oh, that was nicely done from Jim Morris." Showing you that there's life in the old dog yet, and Beans Morocco hits hard on the canvas from that fantastic belly to belly suplex. Nicely done there from Jim Morris. And yeah, you go for a pin from there. So it's going to have to be a good roll for this, funny enough. So let's see. It's a 5. So 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. It's a 5. He doesn't hit it didn't answer the critical. So nicely done there from Jim Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Jim E. Morris.
Are you fucking kidding me? He actually won.
He did, and
now, thing was, I had a plan in my head already to just hit him in the balls anyway if it wasn't going my way. But the fact that I won clean and won with absolute no luck. Oh yes, I am the best wrestler on this roster. Yes.
So there you have it. I mean, as again, perhaps against the grain, somewhat, Carla, but Jim Morris has picked up a very big win here against Beans Morocco.
Like I said, his defeat over James Rage was a fluke. If you cannot beat Jim Morris.
Well, again, that's your opinion, Carla, but obviously Jim Morris is elated at that. And is that him taking the microphone off the ring announcer? Yes, it is.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Give us strength.
Right. If that hasn't proved that I am the most technically gifted wrestler in this company, I don't know what does. Mr. Cutter better watch out for me when I get into the ring next week, because my plan is to do that and then some. And if that plan doesn't work,
Mr.
I always have a
Cutter
plan
better
B.
look out for me.
And my plan very simply...
That was pretty funny.
My plan very simply... Jesus Christ.
Go on. Do you have a plan? Or you just bullshit?
Not anymore.
My plan, very simply, is to pay him off and go away. That's what I'll do.
Plan.
So whatever he got paid, I will give him €1 extra. Bit of a cheap bastard, to be honest. But it's still better than what he got, isn't it?
I've heard worse. I've heard worse plans. But I guess we'll have to see at the pay-per-view how it pans out.
Well, Carla, I think as master plans go, that is perhaps the most subtle I've heard in the last while. Jim Morris planned to outbid whoever was the one to put the bounty on his head.
I'm just thinking, because Jim Morris is unpopular in the roster, somebody's gonna mug him so he doesn't have the money to fucking.
Hold on, wait. Are you saying somebody is going to steal from Jim Morris?
Never happens.
You went there. Oh, you went there.
He did go there. Oh my.
I'm
he's very proud of that one too. He was just sitting there going. Yes.
You have to be the lowest of the low to steal from Jim Morris.
Anyway.
There you go. So obviously that was your match objective as well. So free audience, and then it's a roll on the promo. So I will add a +1 because I do love the idea. Let's see if you get a critical. You're top of the card.
It won't last long.
It's a 7, so that was not a critical. But either way, you still get some good audience out of it. So not too bad, Jim Morris. Not a bad day in the office, and I'm sure Cutter is quaking in his boots right now after hearing it. Absolutely. So
he's on the fucking table again.
Dude, Cutter?
The dog.
I'm sitting right here.
What's it with the table? Is there a bird?
Anyway,
I'm gone because I'm going to take a couple of painkillers and go to bed.
So, good man yourself. Bye. Thank you for your company. We'll see you. We'll see you at the pay-per-view.
See you at the pay-per-view. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. So we cut the commercial, and when we come back, then we're going to be backstage as we're going to hear from our backstage colleague, John Newsreader voice. Oh, hello, dog. Amy's been replaced. No, it's not. Anyway, so good evening and welcome back to Future Wrestling here on the VCR Network. I'm John Newsreader voice. Your headlines tonight: Violet Storm joins me momentarily to talk through her Future World Championship match later on at pay-per-view Gold Rush. Violet Storm has now entered the arena here, and she's now going to speak to me momentarily. Violet Storm, welcome back to Future Wrestling. I'd like to now get your thoughts about what you think is going to happen in your match against Conor Locke at Gold Rush.
To put it simply, I'm going to get the pin and get my hands on that title.
Short and simple in that regard. But of course, you will probably be wondering why Conor Locke seems to have this X factor all of a sudden. Do you see this as a concern for you going forward?
Not really. I've already beaten him twice in order to get the championship.
The Youngblood tournament.
From the Youngblood tournament. So no, he may be a bit more ruthless, but I've come up against wrestlers who are more ruthless than he's ever shown. So not an issue.
And much to that point of being ruthless, how do you think you have achieved your edge? Even obviously you have not taken part in the tournament, but you secured big wins while the tournament was taking place. Do you feel you're now at a sufficiently high level to become future world champion?
I think I was always at that level. It was just when I was going to take my opportunity.
I think a lot of people in this room would agree with you, Violet Storm. Thank you very much for your company tonight. And now the weather.
You were almost there. You were almost there.
So close. You were so close.
You're
so close.
More than fucking wet.
It's no rain.
It's raining sideways.
Rain sideways. So, Kira, give us a look roll on that. It's a +1 on the promo. So,
ginger beer is spicy when you have to hold in your mouth so you don't spit with laughing. Fuck you, Dennis.
Two.
That's a 10 altogether. So good one.
What did I do?
It's
going rain. I literally just said
that was Jerry.
That was Jerry.
Oh, sorry.
Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
He looked so offended that you didn't give the proper credit.
He was offended.
I was.
I was just confused. I was like, what the fuck? I was in the middle of sending a message.
Actually, I don't mean to get off topic here or go out there. Jonathan, you know the way somebody has now paid Cutter to get Jim E. Morris. Please let it be me. Please let it be me.
I wanted there to be like a little mystery about who did pay off Cutter. But like the joke is that literally everyone has chipped in. It's like a nest egg.
Everyone's chipped in, and I'm like holding the sack of money. I'm like, there you go.
You're holding the sack, all right.
Oh, it's bulging.
The bell rings and goes, ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is a triple threat tag team match, and the winner will face the Emperors at Gold Rush for the future World Tag Team Championships. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at a combined weight of 378 pounds, the team of Negredo and Kevin Kite. Well, Carla, these two are perhaps one of the two best high flyers on the roster, along with Silver Fox, and they have made quite big splashes, 2 big wins amongst them, and now they have tag teamed in the past, but now perhaps making this alliance a bit more permanent as they are going for the tag team championships. How do you rate the chances?
Oh, do you know what? I think this is actually one of those teams that's like, this is actually a match made in heaven. I'm kind of surprised that they hadn't tag teamed before. I'm excited to kind of see kind of where they might actually go with this. I mean, realistically speaking, I mean, for a tag title shot, you kind of want to go big on this one.
Could be the case, and again, they have proved to be surprise package in the past and may do it again tonight, but they face some very stern competition in doing so.
I'm not gonna lie here. I think Jackson might be a bit of a high flyer. Check this shit out. Oh,
it's pretty good actually.
Head first into the kiss.
And folks, and their opponents at a combined weight of 487 pounds. They are the heroes that we can afford. Ratman and Bobbin!
Oh my god, how is Bobbin not like dead yet? I thought you had a heart attack.
Yes, it's very. Ratman and Bobbin have been around a long time, Carla. We were around when they were not even starting off. They were well experienced at that point. But obviously, you've seen the show. You've been watching along at home. You've seen the resurgence that Ratman has had over the last couple of weeks, and just came up short last week against Conor Locke. But it would be fascinating to see Ratman fight for the future World Championship match.
I'll be honest with you, Mike. I never thought that there'd be a day when I was cheering on Ratman in a match. But Jesus, I mean, okay. Granted, it was a hollow victory that he did have against James Rage in the sense. I mean, it wasn't a true defeat in a sense. I have to admit, man, I was on the edge of my seat. I was on my feet by the end of it, cheering him on. So it is very, very exciting to see how he's going to actually come back with this. I will say, however, I do think it's time that maybe the sewage savior did actually go it alone on this one, because Bobbin is starting to turn into an anchor at this point. He's no longer floating on top of the ocean at this point. He is starting to sink to the bottom, and I am afraid Ratman might start to sink with him if he keeps this up.
You could be right in that sense, Carla. Again, this is the first time in nearly 6 weeks of television that Ratman has actually teamed up with Bobbin. So it's intriguing to see, is that chemistry still there, or has Ratman now found his new calling, perhaps as a savior by himself? It's intriguing to see.
Kind of ripping off on the comic books here. It seems as if Ratman has gone to Superman's Fortress of Solitude, if you will, on this one here. I think it's just going to show that he does actually work better alone, kind of just like Superman on this sense here. But at this point here, seeing them in a tag match, it does kind of feel at this point, it feels a bit contract obligations as opposed to actually wanting to team. But hopefully, I mean, as well done, good you getting there. But kind of seeing kind of where this goes. I mean, you never know. I mean, if they win this match, tag titles are up for grabs. It might bring them closer together, or it might just divide them.
Yeah, very true. And their opponents, weighing in at a combined weight of 251 pounds, the Youngbloods, the team of Michaela Joyce, and the debuting Joshua Delaney. Well, Carla, you may not have been around for the dark matches here, but Joshua Delaney, the son of the infamously dangerous Killer Delaney, making his debut here as looks like the replacement in the Youngbloods of Conor Locke. Nathan Youngblood not here tonight, unfortunately, to see this happening, but he must be very proud to see these two and to see Joshua Delaney now making his official debut here in Future Wrestling.
Definitely, it's exciting. I mean, this is one that we've all kind of been waiting for. We've seen the training videos. We've seen what he's like. Really? Stop it. We've seen what he's like in training at this point. So it's exciting to see. I mean, just real all over that. Are you fucking for real? You're taking the piss. Thank you. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. I'm excited to see. Don't break the fucking blinds. I don't want to have to pay for that.
So either way, it is a team of second-generation wrestlers, teaming up Michaela Joyce and Joshua Delaney. The first time they perhaps have teamed up, and the stakes are pretty high here. They're going straight into the deep end. A win for them gets them onto pay-per-view and for a tag team championship gold. So let's see how this goes for them.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes, indeed. So
don't sit next to me like that. You're in trouble now. Get the fucking ball if you want me to throw it.
So again, lads, we'll go around the table. Let's decide who goes to the pay-per-view. So Kira, you start off.
Bobbin.
Bobbin, okay. I'll reserve mine until I hear everyone else's. Cutter.
Oh, come on. Who the fuck do you think? Ratman and Bobbin.
Ratman and Bobbin, okay. Bobbin, okay. Foxy.
I'm gonna go with the Youngbloods.
Going over the Youngbloods, okay. Right, we have a vote for the
Youngbloods.
Oh,
fucking favoritism there from Youngbloods.
Fuck you, Deputy Stag. Fuck you, Foxy.
Jerry, who are you going for?
Fucking Ratman and Bobbin, of course.
And
James,
James,
are you going to take your anger out on Ratman?
Ratman can go fuck himself. I'm going for the Youngbloods.
Oh!
And just to make it exciting,
at least he has a reason. At least he has a reason to do that.
Technically, yes. I mean, if he's going to be angry at anybody, he should be angry at me.
Yes.
But then also the rest of you for giving in to peer pressure
anger.
And actually going with the flow. Like, I mean, guys, you're all folded like cheap suits on that one.
I wasn't here. I cannot be held accountable.
He's taken his fucking anger
nothing to do with me.
On Ratman and Bobbin, and it's nothing to do with Ratman and Bobbin. It's taking his anger from me and fucking Casey. It's not fair.
It isn't fair. I never thought I'd feel sorry for two fictional characters, but I kind of feel sorry for this fictional character.
Mostly Ratman. Bobbin, nah, not so much. But yeah.
Oh, Bobbin's a dick. We all agree.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about that bleeding fat bastard. I just like Ratman.
Yeah, that's fair. You get emotions here? Are you okay? You know what
I'm emotional. Fuck James Rage now. Fuck James Rage.
Well, again, I'm going for the Youngbloods here. Just to make
I still have a promo to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the best part about that promo is I'm not fucking with you this time.
Yes, they're sit-down promos. So guys, we're gonna myself, Foxy, and Jamie will roll for the Youngbloods first and set the pace. So, guys, give us your rolls.
I forgot I had to get a dice. Sorry.
Jamie, what was that one?
11.
11?
Bastard. Bastards.
And a 10. Ooh, okay. It's a high enough score. 28. 28 to beat, lads. Right. Give us your rolls. Let's see if Ratman and Bobbin can do it.
9.
7.
7. And 9.
9. So 18 and 25 and 32, just about in the end. Yes. So
no, not just about. We won. Clearly.
You did one. Yeah.
So go fuck yourself.
He's consistent.
Jonathan, did you ever say who you wanted to win?
I did. I went for Youngblood. Yeah. So
fair enough.
Yeah, so like I said, you had consistent roles. No one bottled it for you, so that's fine. We can't blame Bobbin in this. So either way, yeah, exactly. So we'll the triple threat match worked out as much as you can expect. A bit of a spot fest, high flying moves from the two luchador types, and the Youngbloods do get the kind of spots in, show how good they are. I want Ratman and Bobbin to be getting passengers in the match mostly. and letting kind of two kind of like wear themselves out, and then Bobbin hot tags in, goes for the kind of like the whole kind of like run the ropes, all that sort of excitement stuff, and it lasts for about 10 seconds. Like it literally like tires out after the first spot, and then the rest of them all kind of swarm against, and Ratman's going, for fuck's sake, right? So he gets the hot tag in himself, and then cleans house himself until he gets. I think I'm gonna have Michaela Joyce eat the pin here. So Michaela Joyce is left in the ring with Ratman in the end, and Ratman is going to go for his finishing move, the Ratmarang, which is.
Can he trip over his tail and absolutely just accidentally knock her out and get the pin on accident? Because I prefer him constantly getting the pins by accident.
I will reserve judgment for the pay-per-view. I've got something in mind for that, so I'll hold that in situ for the pay-per-view. But what will happen is he will get the clean win here. He's going to save the team here because Bobbin nearly bottled it. So again, he gets Michaela Joyce at the perfect time in a sense. He goes for the Ratmarang, which is the kind of delayed slingshot clothesline. When he hits a clothesline, we hear the sound effect. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and the #1 contenders for the future tag titles, Ratman and Bobbin. Well, some exciting action there, Carla, but Ratman has done it again, and perhaps there is gold in his future, but may not have been the world title. It is the tag team titles that he is now going to face the Emperors for, along with Bobbin. That is an intriguing battle there between some battle-hardened veterans and Ratman and Bobbin.
I'm at a loss for words at this one for two reasons. One, I wasn't really paying attention because Jackson's doing that shitty thing again at the wires. And two, I actually can't believe that Ratman and Bobbin are going through with this. But again, I think it should be pointed out here, Ratman's really carrying the team.
It is true.
Really
and even though they've been around,
the team. Where's your ball? Go get your ball.
Let's not forget here, Carla, like again, we've seen Ratman and Bobbin through the ages here from in various different guises. These two have never won a tag team championship in their careers as a team, which I think is an incredible stat for people who have been around for nearly 10 to 12 years.
I know, it's shocking. I mean, they've won the laziest, they've won the smelliest. I mean, at this point here, I'm nearly sure that even at one point, Bobbin won a court case against the parking ticket. That is the only victory that he actually has under his belt that he is still the proudest of. Oh, you banged your head off the table. Are you okay?
Well, I heard that one myself.
But yeah,
he's crying.
Oh,
okay, commercial there.
He's all right.
Either way, Ratman and Bobbin are true, and we will see them at the pay-per-view. Will they be tag team champions this time next week? You'll have to join us at Gold Rush to find out.
Oh, I will. I'm very excited. Oh, that was a really hard hit. Are you okay?
So with that then, when we come back to commercial, the commentators will be there again going, well, folks, as we said before the break, Gold Rush is just a week away. And one of the matches we were talking about earlier in the show, Carla, was the Asylum Fight Pit match between Casey Colt and James Rage, one of the more hotly anticipated contests we've had in some time, Carla. And earlier today, we gathered the thoughts of both Casey and James Rage as we got what they were thinking.
This should be interesting. It should be very interesting.
So here's how this is going to work, right? So I might edit some of this part out, but the way this is working is essentially you're being fed 3 different questions, right? And essentially it's just your responses to those questions, right? So it's going to start off with James Rage, and then Casey Colt will talk afterwards. So they're not replies to each other. They're both in a vacuum, right? You're just talking on the individual topic. So the first question that you're going to be fed is, how does it feel to be in the Asylum Fight Pit? So James Rage, you're going to talk about the Asylum Fight Pit first, and once you end, then we're going to pass it to Casey Colt, and she gets her thoughts on it. So that's how it goes. So Jamie, take it away.
How do I feel about being in the Asylum Fight Pit? I feel like I'm going home. I feel like the time has come for me to be judge, jury, and executioner on the Casey Colt experiment. You see, from day one, Casey Colt has showed up here and has tried every shortcut she could find to get ahead. But that's not going to cut it with James Rage. If you want to use me to get over, if you want to use me to springboard yourself up the ladder in this company, you're damn well going to earn it. So next week, Gold Rush, Casey Colt, steps inside the Asylum Fight Pit. And when I say the Asylum Fight Pit, I truly do mean the Asylum Fight Pit. You see, this isn't going to be some slapdash cage set up somewhere in the arena. No, I cannot allow Rob Midas to have that much influence. No, when I say the Asylum Fight Pit, I mean the Asylum Fight Pit in my gym right here. Casey Colt will not be in the arena for Gold Rush. So Silver Fox, frankly, you're welcome. Rob Midas will have to deal with his problems all on his own. But Casey Colt, what that means is that I am taking you from the reach of Rob Midas. I am taking you away from the reach of the future of wrestling. Hell, I'm taking you away from the reach of the VCR network. And make no mistake, when you step inside that cage, you are fighting for your life. Casey Colt, you have 7 days. If you want this, earn it.
Casey done. So Casey then is going to switch from
He
here.
is able to hear the dog breathing.
Kind of, yeah.
You need to rein it back a little bit, dude.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
What was the question again? Because he cut a promo on me, which I'm not actually going to get to hear because technically we're not seeing the.
Yeah, you're in a vacuum. So the question you're fed is, how do you feel about entering the Asylum Fight Pit?
Okay. It's really funny in a sense because I've never really been one to shy away from anything that's going on here. I've come in here, I've proven to everyone I'm not just here to be a wrestler. I'm here to fight. James Rage likes to maybe come in here, thinks that maybe I'm taking the easy way out and all this. Be rich coming from him, considering that's exactly what he did when he first started here in Future Wrestling. Or does he kind of forget the leg up that the network gave him the whole time? I'm not having the network behind me giving me a leg up. No, I'm doing it myself. Granted, Rob Midas is in my corner, but I won't need him when it comes to Asylum. I've proven time and time again that I can not only bloody you up, but I can leave you on the ground. Now, all right, fair enough. I've been there myself. But if anything, that's just lit a fire. And I am going to bring James Rage to hell with me. And he's going to regret ever thinking it was a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good end point. That. So the second question then, again, so Jamie will start and Amy will then jump in after that. Is revenge on your mind?
It's revenge on my mind. Like right now. Yeah. Revenge is on my mind most of the time though. Let's be fair. The question is revenge for what? You see, is my problem with Casey Cole purely that she removed my chance in the World Championship tournament? Is my problem with Casey Colt the blatant gimmick infringement? Is my problem with Casey Colt her crimes against the English language? Honestly, all of the above. When she steps inside the cage, pinfalls won't matter. Submissions won't matter. Her bat won't matter. Rob Midas won't matter. None of this will matter. All that will matter is that she and I will face off one-on-one. And on that subject, you know, people have been asking me, James, are you really going to step inside the pit with a woman? And my answer to that is simple. Once you pull on a pair of boots and once you step inside that ring, I really don't care how you identify because you have become a competitor. And that means that you have put yourself in that position. Casey Colt, nobody is forcing you to come to the Asylum gym. You do that of your own free volition. What happens once you get here, that's on you too. if you want to use me to get ahead in this company, you are going to have to earn it.
I like it. So, and then Amy jumps in on that point. Is revenge on your mind?
No. Why would it be? Really, ask yourself, like, why would I be looking for revenge on James Rich? What has he actually done that I would need to get revenge for? If you're asking him this question, then yeah, probably I've pissed him off and I've screwed him over. But realistically, in my thing, I'm here for a paycheck. Next question.
Yeah, we'll continue on the next question and while Amy's doing that. So the final question on that then is, let me try and rephrase it the right way. Rumor has it that the winner of this match will be #1 contender for the future World Championship title. Is that going to affect how you do in this match?
No, it's not, because you see, the fact is, even if that wasn't the rumor, once this match takes place, the winner would have already taken their place at the top of this company. And frankly, the only option left would be to give them a title shot. No, you see, my mindset going into this match is really very simple. Let me break it down for you. You see, future of wrestling has been going through some changes lately. But that's not the first time that this has happened. You see, if you dial it all the way back in the 17th and 18th century, you had the Age of Enlightenment. And you had writers start to study the state of nature. They studied the rules that govern society. Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, he called it the social contract. And this social contract is what protects each and every one of us each and every day in society, because they are a guide to behavior to make you socially acceptable. In fact, Thomas Hobbes wrote that without the social contract, the life of man would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. And that's why we need society. So we act within the rules. And so I look back and I see this tournament. And Casey Coates, it is true to say that I took away your opportunity to go for that world title. And I did it inside the confines of a match. I beat you fair and square. You showed up, you turned out the lights, and honestly, on a side note, I'm not sure which is a more tired trope, the turning out the lights or the Joker and Harley Quinn couple, but I digress. You show up at your bat and you take out Ratman. And honestly, I get it, you were bitter. But you broke the rules. You broke the social contract. So Casey Coates, all of these writers agree the only option left when somebody refuses to play within those rules is to remove them from society. So that is what I'm going to do. Inside the Asylum Pit, there is no social contract. And Casey Coates, I promise you that your remaining time in the future of wrestling will be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short.
So Casey gets fed the same question. Rumor has it that the winner of this match will be #1 contender for the future World Championship. Is that on your mind going into this match?
No. See, here's the thing. I came here with my own agenda. And realistically, this is just a stepping stone to get to it. Where you go, boy? Where you go? You go, boy. I'm just going to get up and walk away. I'm just going to get up and walk away.
But there you have it, Carla. Some very strong words from both competitors here. I find it very fascinating listening to those two conversations there. Obviously, they're all asked the same questions there by our interviewers there. But I found it fascinating how there's so many similarities to both Casey and James Rage, but also there's some fascinating differences there. James Rage has kind of spoken there at length about almost like the honor of the fight, whereas Casey, you can almost see this is a means to an end, that like maybe it's not about the title, but there's almost something else about it, like a recognition and acknowledgement perhaps of what she's done in this business. I value your thoughts about it, this, because that was a fascinating how to pick the brain there of both competitors.
Fuck you, Jamie. Yeah. This is the thing that kind of I have 2 points to make this. Firstly, James Rage, I feel is wasted as a wrestler. He seems too intelligent to be a part of this roster. I'm sorry, but the man is highly fucking educated, and I'm kind of curious as to where he went wrong in life. Firstly, second, I think maybe the two of these just need anger management. Just get it out there, just talk about this. However, in saying that, this is going to be one hell of a match.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially with the fact is that, I mean, we've seen what both of them are capable of within a ring, and when a ref will pull them apart. So I'm kind of really, Jesus Christ, you're so fucking attention seeking. So I really am I'm interested to see that when the rules are taken away, just how far both these competitors are truly willing to go. Your breath stinks.
Well, much to that point, Carla, I think one very little detail that may have gone astray in that conversation is that this is not the Asylum Fight Pit we know from season 1, where it was backstage and we had recreated the fight pit to James Rage's standards. This is now in the Asylum gym amongst the Asylum brethren, the likes of Carlton Titus, Texera, Dawson. We all saw them from last season. They're all going to be around the ring. They are watching this. And as we understand, like, there'll be no interference from the Asylum crew. This will be just James Rage and Casey Colt in that cage, and it's going to be fascinating to see, because obviously we'll have access to watch that match. But the fact that it's outside of the arena, outside of Rob Midas's purview in a sense, does add that extra little spice to it, and it'll be intriguing to see how Casey Colt responds to that.
It is, and it is also going to be interesting to see is how much James Rage truly has changed, as so to speak, from how we remember him from season 1. Because as I do recall, he wasn't afraid to have Asylum members join in on the fight, so to speak. So I mean, is it really something that we can actually go on his word? I mean, James will say one thing, his team may be told another. So it is going to be very interesting to see how this actually pans out on this situation. I'm excited. I'm very interested to see. Really.
But nevertheless,
I'm very interested to see where it's going to go. Get away from it. Get away from it. It's my drink. Get away. Thank you.
Either way, it's that way as well. But either way, we will only have to wait a week to find out how that plays out when Gold Rush appears on the VCR network. So with that then, the bell rings and we get our next match, which is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall.
One fall!
Introducing to the ring first, at a combined weight of 471 pounds, they are the future tag team champions, the team of Calpier Calvala and the Dragon Slayer Kazero, the Emperors. Well, Carla, the Emperors have been mentioned in name only already tonight, as they have found out just a couple of minutes ago who they'll be facing at Gold Rush, and it is the team of Ratman and Bobbin. We've mentioned already it has not been a successful tournament, a singular for the members of the Emperors, but hopefully as a team they can get some of that momentum back ahead of their tag team title match next week.
Oh, totally. I mean, I've always said I've always been a massive fan of the Emperors when they were singles, and as a team, I feel that they actually work really, really well as a unit on this one. It's great to see kind of how. Ow. it's great to see how far people truly have come, in a sense, on this entire basis. So I am really, really excited to see this one. This should be one hell of a fight.
It could very well be our match of the night. Let's see what happens as their opponents are introduced. And their opponents, weighing in at 198 pounds from Clondalkin, County Dublin, Silver Fox.
So I make a. I'm not doing the loot trick. But look, that's gimmick infringement. Yeah, I'm on stage. A little bit more like focused. I'm actually like almost like I'm getting back to. I'm always happy in the sense that like I'm walking out. I know it's a tag match. It's as if I'm really feeling it today.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm here to wrestle. Let's go.
Like it. And your music plays out then, and it's put in by the music of your partner. And his partner, weighing in at 357 pounds from parts unknown, Connor!
Cutter's music hits, he walks out, jeans, shirt, gloves, his new gear, makes his way to the ring, very professional, get in, stand right beside Fox in the corner. Teammates.
Yes, exactly. And again, so the referee, the musical diode then of Cutters, and the commentators are kind of covering as talking about how this could be an intriguing team and so forth. The referee is kind of doing his usual kind of like pre-match checks, talking to the Emperors, taking the titles off them, backstage, all that sort of stuff, checking with them. And just as he puts his hand up to ring the bell, we hear the music of Rob Midas. So Rob Midas then, as the music plays out, he heads out on the ramp, a microphone in hand.
It's great to be back out here again, and you know, just this could be one of those matches where you go, wow, that's 5 stars. But it's not to be. Calpierica 0. You guys have the night off. So let me address you, Silver Fox. You're still going to be in a match. But it's not going to be a tag team match against the Emperors. No. You see, me and Mr. Cutter have worked out a deal. It's going to be Silver Fox versus Cutter 1-on-1. Mr. Referee, you may ring the bell.
Well, Carla, we did see potentially a premonition of this earlier on, as Rob Midas was seen in Cutter's new impromptu office. This is really not a surprise in a sense, but I suppose if you're the Emperors, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If you have the night off, you have the night off. But for Silver Fox, his nights has got a lot more difficult than he had expressed.
This is why he couldn't babysit for me.
So just to start, I'd like Silver Fox to kind of slowly turn around to me. I'm standing behind him, and obviously he's menacing. He kind of shrugs off, and I kind of want to be, you know what? I wasn't paid to attack you. I was paid to wrestle you. So we're going to fight 1-on-1, face to face.
Indeed, as it's kind of like this kind of back and forth happens, you're communicating this like it's square, it's a wrestling, whatever it is. You hand that.
I'm letting him kind of take his steps back to his corner.
Yeah, I like it. So I like it. So in that case, then, and funny enough, Rob Midas does a prayer in your corner because he wants to watch this play out. So Rob, I will be looking for your input in this match. We're gonna have 11 spots altogether, and 2 of those spots will be yours, Jerry. So, for the time being, though, Cutter and Fox, please give us your opening rolls. Let's get this match underway.
10.
11. Foxy starts off. High rolls to begin.
So obviously, like I'm just like I'm deflated now.
Yeah.
Like Like, even though like I turn around, I see Quarter, and he gives me a chance to step back. But while I'm doing, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I'm clearly like, then I'm disappointed in that. Not because like he accepted business. It's more just like I should have fucking seen it coming. Like, but if I take a second, I'm just like, I'm looking around, see Rob. I'm just looking at him. It's like, got me again, you fucker. But in the meantime, I just look at Quarter. I start charging. I'm gonna take off, hit the rope, and try and spring for a corkscrew crossbody.
Corkscrew crossbody, right? It's a look roll, Fox, -1.
Righto.
Successful. Corkscrew works out. So some momentum for Fox, and we have a hot start to the match. So lads, give us your rolls. Let's go again.
Oh, what the? 1 second. It just took me to the Facebook page for some reason.
Ew.
What the fuck is going on?
Who goes on Facebook nowadays? Yeah. Ew. Boomer.
I need to get my I need to get my Simpsons memes somehow.
That's fair, yeah. So
that's sorry.
We all agree while we're waiting for him to get that back up.
It's awful anyway. 7.
Yeah, he got a 7 as well.
Yeah, I got a 7
did he?
as well.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't see. Roll again then, I suppose.
Yeah, roll again.
8.
Garen's actually not a bad movie.
Yeah,
7.
8 and 7 again. Okay.
All right. So Cutter, you have dibs on this next spot.
Sorry, what's the layout here? So he just took off. He hit me with a corkscrew crossbody.
Yes.
Yeah. So literally off the middle of the ropes, not from the corners, from the middle of the ropes.
So he took me down. I want him to keep the momentum going, hop back up, hit the other ropes. I'll feed up, and I want him to run straight into a black hole slam.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'll have that as a look roll, Cutter, if you don't mind, because it's a very look roll.
Fuck.
Okay, straight
What's
roll.
my look again?
0.
Oh,
It's a straight roll.
Straight roll. Okay, that's not a minus then. Okay.
No.
9.
9. Nicely done. So momentum for Cutter.
That to me, I just picture it as like he's swinging me around for ages, and then just like
just getting that centrifugal force, like just like a few spins and then down. So, guys, give us your next roll.
Oh, that's bad. 6.
Reroll, lads. 6 for Fox as well.
Fuck's sake.
Roll for
5.
Roll again, for fuck's sake. What is going on?
What? Did you get a 5 as well?
I don't want to go to Facebook. No, 8.
8.
All right.
It keeps, what am I pushing? Hold on a second. I'm obviously pushing something that keeps taking.
Pressing the Facebook button.
I bet you. Do you know?
Are you pressing the square button on the bottom?
I am. I'm accidentally pushing the little blue thing down here.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
are you pushing the Facebook button? It's called an app, Jonathan.
He was correct.
You're younger. You're like the youngest one here. It's called an app.
How do I FaceTime? Anyway, Cutter,
sorry,
the
yeah.
black hole slam. What's next?
So I'm going to. I want to kind of, after hitting it, I'm going to just kind of sit there for a moment. I'm going to be just a little bit, because he hit me fucking fast at the start, so I'm going to kind of catch my breath a little bit and kind of a little bit chup at that. So I glance over at Midas and look back. I'm not overly like happy to be with Midas, but I'm doing my job. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hand down. Actually, what I'd like to do is I look over at Midas. I'd like to give him a nod, or he gives me a nod rather. Hand down, grab him by the throat, Fox by the throat, and I want to yank him up. I want to lock him in for Armageddon.
Ooh, Armageddon early. So, Cutter, you've got a +3 of momentum. So you want to go for it?
+3 momentum.
I know. Shit. The dog just looked at me as if he's not fucking seriously using it already.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'm not going to use it now. No, I'm going to save it. Yeah, nice. Save it. I was tempted, but I'm going to save it.
I like that you decided that the judgmental dog
is right.
I was toing and froing, and the dog just sealed the deal. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Right. So it's gonna be just a straight roll for Armageddon. Let's see if you hit it first, and then go from there.
Oh, I don't know actually. 8.
8. You will hit it. It's perhaps not it's not the May West, let's say, but you will hit Armageddon.
Yeah.
Okay. You get your audience from that. There's your match objective. And it's up to Fox then, because I'm assuming you're going for the pin. Are you going for a pin?
I'll go for the pin. Yeah, pin out.
Right then. So it's up to Foxy to kick out of it. So plenty of leeway here. Let's see if Foxy can do it.
Yep.
1, 2, kick out! And much to the disappointment of Rob Midas. Well, Carla, it looks like the Armageddon was hit there, but Super Fox has prevailed. I don't recall the last person who did kick out of that move, but
I want to have a fucking look of shock on my face for that. Like,
well, Mike, I think Cutter kind of answered that question for me now, didn't he?
Certainly did. Did. So, lads, next roll. Let's keep this match going.
Oh shit!
Bollocks.
6. Seems as Cutter rolls a 6.
6.
Fuck again.
Yeah.
3 times in a one match. Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you bitch. Nice.
You can have a free audience, you can have a momentum, or you can have a double spot. What would you like?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm thinking double spot.
Double spot, right. So talk us through your 2.
So what I want them to do is, after the kick out, like there's the shock, but I want Carter to actually pick me up, send me off as if he wants to go for another black hole slam. But instead, I'm gonna do so as he picks me up, I'm gonna over rotate, and land for gonna swing around, fucking big DDT. Then, as he's down, I'm going up to the top with a 450.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So the way this will work is the first roll is going to be a work because it's a good reversal. So that's a +1 roll. And then the 450 is a -1 roll, which is your luck. So let's see if you can change.
Are they added together then? Are they?
No, they're two separate spots.
Two
separate. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
So first one is your work roll.
Yeah, I got the
10. So that's successful. And now your next spot is the 450. Can you hit that from the top rope?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice.
Double spot successful, and you get the momentum out of it as well. Nicely done.
I'm pinning him after the 450.
You're pinning him after that.
Yes.
Right.
Ooh.
So Dennis, it's you.
Fuck. Oh, just a roll, yeah?
Just a roll. Let's see how good it is. 1, power out.
I've actually never been more glad to actually have a fucking kick out.
Yeah.
Dennis, if you'd have gotten a bad roll there, I'd have been fucking jumping in. I'd be like, nah.
No refunds. No fucking refunds.
So with that then, yes, we'll give us one more roll on that, lads, for your spots next time. So next spot here, please.
That's 8.
8. It's another 12.
No way.
I don't believe it.
Fucking twice.
Oh, shenanigans. Shenanigans, I tell you.
So, Foxy, it goes to you again. Double momentum, double spot, or a free audience. What would you want?
What would I think?
I'm thinking of that now. Like, give me. I need a second. Hit 450, big power out. I'm thinking another double spot.
Okay.
So, while he's after powering out of it, yeah, but I'm shocked about it. But instead of, so what I'll do is,
you could keep the momentum in a sense where you could just like leap out and then just start running the ropes and see what you can hit from there, and then set them up for something bigger than the 450 if you like. Just go again.
I'm thinking of doing another double spot. And while he's still recovering, what I want to do is I want to hit the rope. I avoid him, but slide out.
Yeah.
I slide out
Ooh, he's going
behind
after Midas.
Mr. Midas.
Oh,
And I'm going to try and hit the silver lining with that one.
and Midas.
On Midas.
Oh,
Right. So your double
but
spot.
Midas has 2 spots, doesn't he? He can.
You will have 2 spots in this match. Yes.
So my idea.
That's me out.
Well, if it's subjective to what happens
Who's he
here.
think? Hold on. Who's he think he is? James fucking Rage? Fuck off, amateur. Amateur.
Rent-free.
What Rage did to me, it's going to feel like a light little slap.
You'll feed him quicker. That's why.
Fucking sure, I'll feed him quicker.
So yeah, it'll be subjective to these rolls. So am I right in saying your first roll will be to avoid cutter outright?
Yes.
And then the second roll is to hit the silver line on Rob.
Because I'm like, even though I kicked out, I'm still going to be fucking selling the.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people think that like I'm going after you, but I'm avoiding you.
Right, so you almost like baseball slide under cutter, slide out, and you hit Rob Midas. Rob Midas is even, oh shit, and that's when you hit the. Okay, I like it. It'll make for a good visual. So the way I'll do this, right? So it'll be a look roll initially for avoiding cutter, because again, it's a very like it's a good spot for that. And then the actual as we're hitting the finisher, it'll be a straight roll. Now, obviously, you can't go for a finish on that. So I don't know if you wanted to add momentum to that to make it work or not. I'll leave that to you to decide. So, but first of all, let's get the look roll out of the way first and see and go from there.
Yeah.
That's an 8 altogether. So so you are going to duck out, you're going to slide out, and you're going to be a ringside Rob Midas. So now you have a chance to hit the silver lining. You have 5 momentum as a stand. Do you want to spend some?
What, 5 momentum?
Yes.
I think I'll use 2 just to make sure I reach over.
Okay, that's fair. Yes, so then the +2 roll on this. Can you hit the silver lining on Rob Midas?
Yes, I can.
10 altogether. You hit the silver lining on Rob Midas. And shockingly enough, that was your match objective. So you gain your audience out of it as well. So Rob Midas is hit with the silver lining and another double spot for Silver Fox successful. Oh, if only this is the pay-per-view, you would have been in fucking clover. So Jerry Soul will be out of action momentarily, but we'll see where we go from here. So Silver Fox is currently outside the ring. Cutter is in the ring looking on, and we go to our next spot from there. So guys, give us your rolls.
Okay. That's 11.
So I have a 5.
Yes.
And I have an idea for them.
Okay, so Cutter, you have an 11. But Foxy, you want to share something with
I want to hear Foxy's idea.
Yeah.
I don't.
So the way it is...
Like sorry, I don't mean to correct you. You do realize, right?
I actually have an idea too.
Morris. We all slag Jimmy Morris, right? The fact that he gets beat by non-playable card and the whole fucking lot, right? I have never won. Nothing. Like Casey's beaten.
Hold on.
Wait, I've won.
Before you get mad, let's hear out both spots. Let's
both
see
your
what
spots.
you think.
I'm doing a Steve Austin, take me ball and going to fuck home.
I'm about to help you, son. Right? Okay.
And you, I want to hear. Fuck you and your perfect teeth, James Rage. Go fuck yourself.
Their souls.
Oh no, you were quiet.
In everyone's head, apparently.
Foxy, what's your pitch?
So the idea that I had was hit Rob with the silver line, and I'm looking at him, but I'm still like, okay, I've kind of taken too much time as I'm climbing up onto the apron.
Yes.
And that gives you enough time to actually fucking like, it's like,
so
got you now, bitch.
Yeah.
You're mine. Woof. Probably
That's
fucking
actually
yeet me over the fucking ropes.
That's actually what I was going to do, but I was going to add a little bit to that.
Okay.
Now, if this is too much, Jonathan, please tell me, and I will cut it out. Yeah. But it was going to be essentially that, where he'd get up, he'd kind of be admiring his handiwork. I want to grab him by the mask, and basically, yank him in over the top, kind of fucking him over by the head. I'm then going to powder out to where Midas is. I'm going to laugh a little bit because I don't really care. But I'm going to get a beer from the audience, take a drink myself, pour it over him so that he wakes up.
That's not bad.
Darkness, my old friend.
So I'm getting my little thing in. I'm getting my little thing in that I'm not heel or face.
You're neutral.
I also want to bring
I'm
him
Switzerland.
back. Yes, I want to bring him back into the match as well,
Back into
as much as
play,
I possibly can.
Cool. That works out then. So I suppose for the combined, I think it makes sense to make this a look roll so you can do the two together in a sense. So it's a look roll to pull him into the ring and then to do the spot with Rob Midas. So it'll be a straight roll altogether to make it work.
So that's just a straight roll, yeah?
Straight roll, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that should be okay. 10.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you need. Yeah. So so you will hurl Silver Fox by the mask back into the ring. You roll out. You get your beer from the crowd, and you wake up Rob Midas in the process. Although his new suit is absolutely ruined, but at least it was concerned at the minute. So, but he is back in play now, which is crucial. So we will get one more spot in, and then we'll see what Jerry Soul has to say. So give us your rolls, lads. This will be your last roll for yourselves in this match.
Oh, that's not good. 6.
4.
It's better than 4. So, Connor, it is yours. You're still in play here.
So I'm gonna propose something here, and again, I'm gonna allow Foxy to nix this if he's not okay with it, because it is to do with his character. Mm-hmm. So what I was going to do was feed back in. I'd like him to kind of be almost at his mask, because I just yanked it a little bit, kind of fiddling with it or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'd like to go over, put my hand on it, yank the mask off, but have it so that he covers his face and kind of hunkers down. But in doing that, I'll lock him into a move I haven't done in a long time, Kata Hajime. He can still cover his face like that while it's locked in, but he's kind of obviously trying to cover his face, so it gives me that little bit of extra buff on it. But if Foxy's not okay with that because it is to do his character and the mask, I'm okay not doing it.
I actually like that. That is actually fine because you viewed me in, and I was thinking that myself. It's like I'm adjusting the mask because
I'm not unmasking you. Well, I am, but I don't. You're still. People aren't going to see your face because you're going to.
Yeah, you're kind of.
No.
Yeah.
It's fine because it literally as I'm trying to fix it, you come over and you literally you yank it off straight away, and I'm just as I'm feeding up, I'm basically presenting you with the opportunity for it.
Exactly. And then the idea is that while you're locked in, you're still half trying to get out, half trying to cover your face so that you're even more distracted.
Yeah. It's you had me caught, and it could go either way. Either I can go out or I can counter out, but I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see how it goes. So again, you're going for you're going for essentially submission here. So I'm going to mark you on your work stat color, which is a -1. So let's see if this works.
That's why I got rid of that move.
Let's see then. Let's see how it works.
Did you say this is the final spot of the match?
For yourselves. Jerry Soul will come into play then for the last 2. So this is the last one for the 2 of you.
Because I'm wondering, should I spend my momentum if that's the case? Because if I'm not going to have another opportunity,
if that's the case.
We won't have another opportunity to use it, right?
Until the finish.
Wait, so this isn't the finish? Sorry.
No. It's the last spot for use. Sorry.
This is the last one for us, and then Jerry has 2 spots, and then it's the finish.
Sorry.
So you should be.
I'll use 2.
2. Right. So this will level out to be a +1 roll then. So Connor, +1 roll for the Kata Hajime.
Okay, that's all right. It's a 10 then.
Very well. That's good. That's an 11 altogether. So yeah, nicely done.
No. It's only a 10 because it's +1. You said. No.
Yes.
No.
Sorry, right now. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still momentum for you, and you have Foxy and the Kata Hajime. So we will cut to Jerry Soul on this to Rob Midas. So you're seeing Silver Fox currently in the Kata Hajime. What would you like to do here in this situation? So. How would you like this to play out? Is perhaps the best way of asking.
Well, I'm unsure. I kind of had an idea had he, if Foxy wasn't in that, or he was in it and he broke out of it or something, I kind of had an idea what I might do then. But my first, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that fucking name of that move.
Transmission.
That's the one.
Tasmission. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. The Tasmission. But I see the mask lying on the mat, and he's in it. So I take the mask and I put the mask on.
Oh, I like it. Oh, I like that.
And I go over and I taunt Silver Fox. So he's like, he's in the move, but you can kind of like,
you can see his eyes exposed.
There's an eye looking directly at me, and I put the mask on, and I'm like, just taunts the shit out of him, and he's in that move, and he's like, he's not. It's not about the match for him now. It's not about trying to not tap out. It's he wants to get out you to get to me.
Yes,
because I'm wearing his mask.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, so do we need to do a roll for that?
You will. It is a luck roll, so it's a +2.
That's good for you.
Stuff?
No, that's off your stat. That's your personal stat. Is +2 on luck.
I'm gonna have to have a look at my fucking stats again. Okay.
It is a 10 plus the 2.
Oh, it's a 12 critical. Oh,
so critical mind games. So again, Fox sees that, and again, Jerry, you're entitled to another spot. So what do you do after that?
Bearing in mind, if you touch him, match is over. But that doesn't really matter at this stage, I don't think.
Yes.
Do you know that scene in Watchmen where Rorschach is being restrained? He's like, "Give me my face."
Yeah.
That.
And also, like, I will say, Jerry, just to level with you, if you were to get me disqualified or anything like that, there's no heat because my gimmick doesn't care about wins and losses really anymore. Yeah. You've paid me to do a job, so it doesn't really matter. So
okay,
there wouldn't be repercussions from me, is what I'm just saying.
Okay.
Get Cutter to sit on a chair on top of him and cut a promo.
So like what you were saying, like with the spot, it's like, I'm struggling, then it's just like I kind of catch it, and then it's like I stop my struggling because I'm looking, and even with just one eye
at me,
even with one eye, like you can fucking see it. It's like,
okay, I'm going to try and do a bit of a convoluted thing here, so just bear with me, okay? Because obviously I'm not involved in the finish, so this will be my only involvement here, okay? So I've paid Cutter to do basically what I want in this match. Cutter has the locked in.
Insert move here.
Exactly. Insert move it. Yep. The referee is like, he's checking on him in the whole lot, and I take the mask off, so I'm holding the mask now, and I say to Cutter, "Let him go." I say to Cutter, "Let him go," and I give Cutter the nod to distract the referee. The Cutter is distracting the referee, so obviously now Silver Fox, he's holding it, the whole lot.
So I'll go over, just get the ref by the collar, bring him over to the corner with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put my hand out to give him the mask, and he's just like. So his priority, he wants to kill me at this point. He absolutely wants to destroy me, but his priority is actually, let's get this fucking mask back on. And that's where I use that little bit of a distraction to stick on the fucking brass knucks. And knock him the fuck out.
Perfect. Now we had established this beforehand, but that brass knuckles is Rob Midas's move, which we've added as an advance to his character. So the way that works
is the punch, baby.
Yes. So it works out as it boosts his real stat, which was 0, it's now 1, and it's also a heal move, which is a +2. So it's a double combo, which means it's a +3 roll altogether. So Jerry, This is the +3 roll to make this work.
Jesus Christ, if he rolls a 12, you fucking killed him. It's brain damage.
Not
Like
hard, actually.
Right, I'm not a 12.
Okay.
But I definitely fucking hit it. It's an 8.
It's an 8 with the
11. Nice. Oh, he is out.
Yeah. It was very, very close to the critical, but he is out. That's the critical difference there. So I guess we roll into the finish from there, lads, shockingly enough. So Cutter will turn around then. Foxy's been knocked out. But
my pitch for the finish is just to go over and lay a foot on him.
That works. That works.
I'm not going to. There's no more need. I'm not going to be overly proud of it. I'm just going to be looking at Midas, nod of the head, foot on him, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to literally powder out and leave straight away. So, job done. Yeah. Job is done that I've been paid for. I'm fucking out of there.
So Foxy,
much like in my real life at fucking 5:00.
How about yourself, Foxy? What do you have a finish in mind? Or are you happy to kind of go with what's going on here?
So with that, like in regards to it, it's like I grabbed the mask off him, and just as I'm about, like, I literally like try to torn, but he can probably like just torn me, boom, before like, so I don't have it fully on.
Yeah.
But he still clocks me. That's me down 1, 2, 3. But I kind of want them to just fucking like, okay, it's literally like that, draping on me.
Yeah.
So he can do whatever, like, because I'm still out.
So do you want to?
You're not going to try and win the
Foxy,
match?
Can I pitch something here? Sorry. So, tell me if this one would be okay for you. So, number one, the reason I want to do the 1 foot pin is because I'm trying to sell the power of Jerry's new finish.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to get that across because it's the first time we've seen it. So I wanted to get across that it's powerful. But before I go over and put the foot on, because he's punched him, I'm presuming he's gone face down.
Yes.
Right, to cover his face or whatever in the cells. So what I would like to actually do is go over, grab the mask off the ground, and as I roll him over, put the mask over his face to cover his face.
Oh, that's good.
And then pin him.
Yeah, I think this works.
Because I wasn't paid to shame the guy. I still have respect for him. I'm going to do that. Because I'm just trying to maintain the balance here of tweening.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. Okay, so listen, we'll treat that as a finish then. I think that kind of like that works out for everyone.
Are you happy with that, Foxy?
Yeah. Because it keeps him on top, and like he basically got the last laugh for this.
Yeah.
Even though I got him.
So in that case, then that is the match itself. Then so 1, 2, 3, ring the bell, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Cutter.
Post match, I'm going to leave completely to Rob Midas and Silver Fox. As I said, I am powdering and I'm just marching straight to the back. I'm done. So this is completely over to the guys, whatever they want to do.
Okay. Right. So Silver Fox is down. The mask is kind of barely hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
So I get in the ring. You've left. I just kind of give you a look, and you're like, yeah, there you go. Right, you've done your job.
Business is done.
Business is done. You've been paid. Yeah. So I'm just looking at Silver Fox, and I'm going to mount him, and I'm going to fix the mask on his face. So I fix the mask on his face, but I grab it by the back of the mask so he can see me. So he's kind of dazed, confused, doesn't know what's going on. And I'm just like, where's this shit? I'm just going to pummel him. Like, what the fuck?
You're just going to beat the shit out. Do you still have the brass knucks?
No. The brass knucks are for special occasions.
That's just for that.
Are you giving him a Midas facial?
With sexy results.
Wait for you to come in.
So I'm just going. Basically, I'm just going to grab the back of the mask, and I'm just going to keep hitting and hit him and hit him and hit him and hit him. The referee is like, what the fuck? Referee grabs a hold of me. I push the referee right, and I just keep hitting him and hitting him and hitting him.
Okay. And we probably get a separation from there then. So
Yeah.
again, the conflict is going like, well, again, this is not the match that we were expecting, Carla, and neither was this. Rob Midas has snapped here against Silver Fox, has very much been responsible for his loss here tonight. But either way, it's this kind of the story of Silver Fox at the moment. The moment he had a chance to get momentum back up, something like this happens, and then Rob Midas must feel like on cloud 9 right now because he's got one up against his opponent for Gold Rush.
True, yeah, I'm in shock. It's as if I've had an outer body experience. I just can't actually believe what I've seen. I'm speechless at this whole situation. I mean, it's as if I haven't even been in the room. I mean, it's just, I've no words. Really. Now.
Sorry, Carl, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. It looks like Jerry Soul is or Rob Midas even has picked up a microphone.
Jerry Midas, Jerry Soul, Rob Midas.
Oh Mike!
Jerry Midas. Oh,
I didn't realize Jimmy Morris was still in the room.
Jimmy Midas. Oh Lord,
Jimmy Midas. Yeah.
Nuts. That's fucking nuts.
Okay, right.
I'll take that line again. Sorry, Carla, we'll have to cut you off there, but it looks like Rob Midas has picked up a microphone here. What does he have to say?
Who's Rob?
So I get the mic and I just get right down really close and just get right in his face. And I say to him, you wanted this, didn't you? You wanted this, didn't you? You wanted me to snap, didn't you? You wanted this to go crazy. You know, James Rage tried to get me to snap and all I could do was laugh. And every other person in this company wanted me to snap and I laughed. But you just couldn't, you just didn't get it, did you? No, you didn't. You had to make me do this to you, Foxy, didn't you? You had to make me do this to you. And I promise you what I've done to you tonight, what's happened to you tonight is nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you next week, because next week I finish you. I end this. I end it once and for all because you made me crazy. But next week I won't be laughing because next week I'm going to end you. And I walk out of the ring.
Folks, we're gonna cut the commercial on that. When we come back, we have our main event. We'll see you in a second, folks.
And the ad that plays the like a mental health ad.
Hey, I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
That was really good. I really like that.
I said they do suddenly have an ad for like antipsychotics for some reason. Please consult your doctor.
Do you have trouble? Do you have trouble expressing your own emotions? Do you take your anger out on other people? You may need help.
Hi, I'm James Rage, and I don't have anger management issues
anymore. Hi, I'm Cutter. I'm sorry. Did I hit you by accident? Oh, that could legit be Cutter's ad.
Excuse me, Cutter would never hit a poor dog, ever.
Survey says he doesn't believe you.
So guys, when we do come back from the break, it's time for our
would Cutter hit a dog?
Yeah.
He's like,
Survey says, I'm a dog. Why are you asking me? So. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is your main.
Can I just say, he looks strangely like my dog. I'm going to get my dog up here so you can see how similar they look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Doggo date. Let's
have a dog off. It's a dog off.
That's not fair.
Get yours in. Come on, fuck it. Let's go for it. So, this next contest is your main event of the evening, and it is a tornado tag team match.
Woof woof.
Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 196 pounds. Oh, they do look alike. How about that?
Look at the doggy. Look at the doggy. Look.
See, I told you they do look alike.
They do actually.
There you go.
Look.
You know what I mean? Whoop.
We let the fans decide at home who's won the dog off.
No, sorry.
Weighing
Continue.
in at 196 pounds.
And now he fucks off.
Scotland, Connor Law.
Do 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 do.
Well-
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Can you please just, for the one that he's not here for, can you please make that his theme music?
Oh shit! Sorry, lads. We played the wrong CD. My bad. Anyway, so Carla, it's very much a main event time for Conor Lock in more ways than one. He's in the main event tonight and in the main event next week at Gold Rush. It's been a meteoric rise for the Scotsman, who has who's certainly very much taken this licks in season 1. He's come back stronger and a bit more meaner than we've seen him before. With his supposed X factor he now seems to have. We saw glimpses of it there against like Silver Fox. May see it again here tonight.
The interesting thing is, I think don't break that point. I think, Mike, at this point here now, I mean, this is kind of what Conor needs if he really wants to like step out from the shadows of Youngblood and kind of really kind of put himself down. You fucker, put himself in with the rest of the roster on this time. I mean this mean streak is kind of needed. However, I think as well it might end up getting him into a little bit more trouble than he anticipates. But I'm interested to see where this goes. Don't you fucking bark again.
Well, he's certainly he's certainly playing with the big guns tonight, and we'll see how this goes for him in this contest. So, indeed, his tag team partner is out next. And his partner, weighing in at 201 pounds from Tombstone, USA, Casey Cole.
Casey just walks down to the ring, just kind of looking at Conor as if to say, I don't play well with others type situation, and then just kind of goes in and waits.
That's why I went your tag, just make that excellent spice to it.
Somewhat impatiently.
Yes. And their opponents, first weighing in at 197 pounds from Dublin, Ireland, Violet Storm.
I'm just gonna come out, walk down around. I'm not gonna get into the ring. I'm just gonna hang out on the outside for a little bit and wait for James Rage.
My new best friend, James Rage.
Let's see how long this has lasts.
This is someone else who doesn't play well with others, actually.
Yeah.
I think we missed a beat with Casey and James as a tag team that just absolutely hates each other.
They totally just implode.
There's still time. There's still time.
It's one of those things. It's like they're a tag team that absolutely hates each other, but gets a real kick of, do you think I could break his nose? Ooh, if you break his nose, I want to like break the teeth, sort of thing. Like they just try to one up each other all the time.
I like that.
Make the tag team fucking scene relevant again.
To be fair, it's necessary because this is the most tag action this show has seen in 2 seasons. It's as if Jonathan remembered, oh shit, there is actually tag belts.
No, it's consistent with the character. Denver hates being in tag teams. He hated the division. It's trauma.
So this is all Fred Rose.
Yeah, exactly. So and her partner, weighing in at 237 pounds from the Asylum Fight camp, James Ray.
Take it all in down the aisle, kind of fucking focusing, shadow boxing, whole thing. Get down to Violet, kind of fist bump, and then take off towards Casey. What happened?
Come on! You can talk anything dirty when you have a conversation with me in this. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Popped it as well, but he hit it better than I did, but Kira just giggles anyway when I laugh. So I mean, it's very unfair. Get off that cage! Get off it, Jackson! Get down!
Again, in the kayfabe here, my mom is talking to a baby, so like it really works there. Get off the cage! Dun, 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 dun.
Don't look at me like that. You look so adorable, as if butter wouldn't melt. But I know for a fact you would rip my face off given any chance.
Indeed. So lads, so again, this is a tornado tag match. I'll give you the choice. Do you want to go for individual runs, or do you want to go for shared roles, like we did, we've had? So we have a choice of system here. Do you want to go for like a fatal 4-way setup, or do you want to go for the combined roles for tag teams?
Get your nose out of there, fucking Tina.
Combined, yeah, Grant, yeah. Okay, we'll go combined then. So this will be 13 spots overall. So Violet and Jamie are paired together here, and myself and Amy, I'm going to roll for Conor Lock here. It's like a season 1, lads. It's like old times. And so me and Amy will roll.
John, I just got your message. Sorry.
Deadly serious, by the way. So lads, give us your opening roll.
Guys, sorry, I have to log off. Decker needs something on his desk straight away.
Yeah, it's vitally important. So lads, yes, give us your opening rolls. It's gonna be a 13 spot match for our main event. So should be fast paced. Let's see how we get on. So that's an 8 and 9. Okay, good stuff. So 17 to beat, Amy.
6.
And unfortunately 7 for me. So the faces, that's weird to say about James Rage, but
yeah,
James Rage, babyface James Rage and Violet Storm will start off this match. So it's tornado rules, lads. So it's a free for all. What do you want to do?
Oh, sure.
Do you want to start, or will I?
Can I? Yeah, fuck it. We're all in the ring. We're all facing off. I'm staring down Casey, but I also recognize that Block is here, and he's my favorite whippling boy.
I'm adding that in, Jonathan. I'm adding that in.
He's best page boy.
Okay.
Oh.
So I kind of, so Violet, okay, just give me 2 seconds with this guy. Start over towards him and spinning back fist Casey.
Oh, so you squared up to Connor and you went like that. Okay, that's a real roll, James Rage. So give us a real roll on that, straight roll.
7.
That is a 7. So you do like bonk Casey on the nose with the back fist. That's not going to go well in the Casey Cole's household, fair to say. But that's our opening spot for the match. So we'll roll again, lads. Let's see who gets the advantage. That's a 9. That's a 10. It's an 11. And it's a 7. So I've got a team down here, unfortunately.
You're fucking useless, Jonathan.
I don't know. I guess the exchange rate for dice is lower in Scotland. But anyway, the Violet Storm and James Rage continue in control. So I suppose, Violet, do you want to take the next exchange here, as James Rage has already made his intentions clear?
Right. So seeing as Casey is probably minding her fate.
Sorry, what? After a backhand? No, honey. No. She's not on the ground.
Not on the ground, but you put your hand up.
Flinched. Yeah.
Have you? Yeah. All right. Fine. it goes against her character, but okay, fine. Thanks to Jonathan, I have to go with it.
You wouldn't put your hand to your face after getting whacked in the nose.
Casey has yet to actually show anything on this sense, bearing in mind. She's a little bit of a psycho. So no, she probably wouldn't.
Okay,
okay, well, she's compared with James Rage, then we got her off with Conor Lock then, maybe. That might work. Okay.
She is the fiend.
Right, well then I'm gonna go for a drop kick to Conor Lock.
Conor Lock. Okay then, so that's a luck roll then. Straight roll, Violet Storm. And that's good enough. That will do. So momentum to Violet Storm, and Conor Lock has been drop kicked. So again, babyface seem to have the advantage for now. Let's see how the next roll goes. 4 and a 10. So it's a 14. That's a 9 and a 6. So we take the lead there. So it's to you, Amy, and ourselves. So I guess I've been kind of drop kicked here. So I suppose if you want to kind of respond with James Rage there, you have a chance, or do you want to switch to Violet Storm?
Oh no, I'm angry at James.
Okay, right.
I don't appreciate the cheap shotting on this one. So I'm just going kind of bat out of hell angry of the whole situation. Literally kind of like monkey on the back going in for trying to get him into a chicken wing straight away. Just out of pure anger, kind of in the sense. His back could be turned at this point, I'm assuming.
Yeah, okay. Right, yeah, well, I'll treat that as I suppose, kind of a straight roll overall in a sense. So yeah, a straight roll for that case, you see how it goes. And 7, yeah, that's enough. So yeah, so you're on this, so basically kind of almost like you're almost going for the chicken wing in that sense, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not, okay, right. So we kind of go from there then, state of play then, we'll see how the next roll goes. So so guys, give us your rolls from that. Let's see how it gets on. That's a 9 and a 6 of 15. And 9, and is that a 9 as well, Jamie? Is it?
Yep.
9. Okay, so Violet and Jamie, this is to you. So Jamie,
I want a new partner. Can I pay Cutter to roll my dice for me?
I'll change dice.
Technically, you can. That is a mechanic now.
That will be a mechanic, yeah. So it works.
Oh, you're still not letting them do the mechanic yet, you tease.
That shit has to be limited to once a show.
Yeah. Like you're already on the
card.
card.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Midas already paid me off.
I just want Dennis to roll the dice on behalf of Cook and Connor Locke because Jonathan is getting shit rolls.
Fair point, actually. Yeah. Wow, that's a treat.
I can't guarantee I do any better, but I can.
I literally just as a joke.
I somehow rolled a 1. I don't know how that's possible.
How is that possible?
Sorry.
So yeah.
I'll roll it, but I'm not calling anything. Is that right?
That's a good way of doing it. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. So, Jamie,
okay.
This is
shit. We're not changing. Jonathan, keep getting shit rolls. Go on.
Right. Kira, Jamie, call your spot. What would you like to do next?
Not be in the chicken wing.
So if he's in the chicken wing, will I go for a double stomp? Would that work?
That could work, actually, yeah. That could work very well, yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. So a luck roll then, Violet Storm. So you're going to help James Rage out here. Roll the luck to see if it works. And it does, right? And so double stomp gets James Rage out of trouble, and that kind of gets him out of danger for the chicken wing. So let me just do a test roll. 6. So you're having a laugh, right? This is not happening again. These dice are not cursed. Okay.
Would you like me to roll?
Give it a second. Okay, that's better. Right. Okay, we're back to normal. Okay, so right, lads. So give us your next rolls on that then. So go again. 10, 12. I hear.
Oh.
I mean, I rolled an 8.
Oh my god.
Me and you rolled an 8.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. We both rolled 8. So Kira, again, you have the advantage here. So your spot for your team is either a double momentum, double spot, or a free audience for both of your competitors. So what would you like to go for your perk?
What do you think?
What are you eating? What are you eating? Don't keep fucking chewing.
Kira, what would you like to go for?
Do you think a double move, Jamie?
Be interesting. Take one each.
Yeah,
Guaranteed
that works.
Get them in.
Yeah. So I think it's fair to say Connor has recovered sufficiently from the drop kick here. So Jamie, you kind of come back out from the chicken wing. So Casey's coming back on her feet. Everyone's come back on their feet basically. So Kira, since you rolled, who do you want to start with? Who do you want to do your spot with?
Okay, I'm going to go for Connor Locke. Go for Hurricane Rana.
Hurricane Rana and Jamie.
Get the fuck away from me.
Off with Casey Colt. So
where's your ball?
So if she has Hurricane Rana, it's Connor Locke. As Locke lands, I want to have grabbed Casey, hauled her up into a powerbomb, and powerbomb her onto Connor Locke.
Love it. I love it as a double spot. So for this to work then, so Kira, you're going to roll first. So it'll be a luck roll for that. And then if that works, then... Oh, it was 11. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. And for Jamie, this is a power roll. So it's a +1.
Nine.
And it's a 10. Lads, it's a decent team, like, in fairness. So...
No, it's decent rolls of the dice.
Yeah.
Because they're using technology.
But how fluid our powerbomb was. We double teamed.
Indeed, double teamed, exactly. Okay, so that was your double spot.
This is actually the most success James Rage has had as part of a tag team. He
Except
hasn't
for,
imploded
ironically
yet.
enough, Casey Cole.
Yeah. Stop eating the plastic, you little fuck.
Right.
Give it to me. Give it to me. No.
Again, I'm still imagining the co-commentators talking to the child here. So, right. So, Kira, it's roll time, lads. Give us your rolls. 8, 9, 12, and mine was an 11, would you believe? So close. So
finally.
I know, right? And so, Casey, this is yours. This is a critical roll for you. Same perks apply. What would you like?
I want to go. Are you fucking for real?
Okay. What would you like?
I want to go to a time when I didn't have a dog in my face. Is that possible? No. I want to roll out of the ring and I want to get a chair. And
So first of all, what's your perk? Do you want this to be a double spot, double momentum, or audience?
We'll go for. What do we want? Momentum, spot, audience.
Oh, the audience.
Yeah, okay, we'll go for the. No, fuck it. I'm not listening to you because you're licking your own arsehole now. I'm gonna go with the double spot on this one.
Double spot, okay, right.
Yeah.
So we'll do the same thing. We'll do a split. So you want to do your spot, and then I can feed into you whatever you're doing. Then. So what do you want to do?
So what I want Casey to do is I want Casey to go out, and I want her to get a steel chair, and just take out her rage on rage.
Okay, right then. So
wait, hold on. Tornado tag. This is no DQ, isn't
it? No, there is DQ, Foxy. In the
is there DQ in the tornado tags?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, that being said, I can make this work because what I would like to do on this front is I'm going to take a risk and do a straight roll, and it's literally just to basically whip the Violet Storm into the referee. So I think the best thing to do would be to take the lead on this one, and if that roll works out, then we can roll into your real roll essentially. Is that a fair way to do it? Okay.
Jesus Christ almighty, I can't believe I'm putting this on his dice.
So, to Irish whip Violet Storm into the referee, I rolled a 7. So it works. So, then, Casey, it's your real roll, +1, to hit James Rage over the head with a chair, or whatever way you want to do it. I presume you're...
I want to go... I don't want to go for the head, so to speak. I want to kind of go for the face. If you get me.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Objective.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a 13 altogether. That's a lesser spotted double audience. 13? No. There's no, everything's fine. Okay, right. So that's evaded. So James Rage, I think it's fair to say that chair hits you hard way. That fucking... That cracked you fucking open big time, which was what Casey wanted to do in this match. So either way, James Rage has been busted open by the chair. So the referee is out of action for the time being. So let's say he's out for the next 2 spots, let's say, because again, he gets whipped into the corner, so he's going to be out for a bit. So let's give our rolls on that, lads, and see where we go from there. So James Rage busted open, but let's see how the team recovers from that. That's a 10. That's a 4. I roll a 4 and an 8 altogether. So Jamie, actually, you do win out the team here. So, what? How are the babyface recovering from this?
Red face.
Hold on.
No longer face.
We're really not going to be using that phrase. So.
Yeah, you're right. I just heard it. Sorry.
So she has attacked me with the chair, and I am busted. I'm snapping. I am full on snapping. I am grabbing the chair between us, because presumably from the hitting. So basically I catch the chair, hold it between us, grab her and run her into the post with the chair vertical.
Oh!
I am gunning to return the favor.
Guillotine.
I had a feeling this was coming. I really hope me and you are getting tested every now and again at these shows.
Do I have
Because
momentum?
Future Wrestling does have some dirty venues.
Fair. How many?
3. And this will be on your real roll, so your real stat, which is 0.
Yeah, fucking use the 3.
Plus 3, okay.
Time to buster.
Plus 3 roll. Let's see if you can do it. And it is
yes.
Yeah. Yes. So also a double audience because that was James Rage's objective as well. So now Casey Colt is also busted open.
Out of curiosity, has anyone noticed that every single week me and James have the same objective?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's part of the story. You're both making...
I can't wait, James. The end of it. I just want to pitch this now. So our final like go home match, like literally the final like head to head. Can it just be in a hospital waiting room? I'm sorry. I'm actually AAB is my blood type. Me too. We'll have the Batman Superman Martha moment. AB too. Oh my god.
The one thing they have in common is their blood type. Okay, so Casey Colt's busted open. So I think it's perhaps like they're kind of outside the ring. So let's see how this next spot goes, perhaps for a Violet and Conor Lough. But let's give us our double rolls anyway to see how it goes. So rolls again, lads. That's an 8. Jamie, I can't see your one there. 10. That's a 10 as well. And that's an 8. So both of us rolled 18. Roll again, lads.
Jonathan, you're a fuck.
7, 7, 7, 9. Violet Storm, you take the lead here. So what's your spot here for Conor Lough or maybe for Casey Colt?
Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't like a raspberry.
Okay, so if okay, so I will go for so if he's hit me into the ref, we both I've essentially fed up back up at this point.
Yeah,
you and Connor have. Me and James are currently throwing blood at one another.
They're like, can I paint with it? Yes. So I will go for run the ropes and go for a belly to back suplex.
Belly to back suplex. So that would be a power roll on that. So -1 Violet Storm. See if you can do it.
No.
Oh, you don't. Okay, so what I want to do here then, I want Conor Lough to reverse that. Pretty simple. So you're going for the belly to back suplex. You go for the power roll. He's going to basically lock legs, and what he's going to do is he's going to return with a brain buster. So it's a 1. That'll be a work roll for Conor Lough. +1. Critical brain buster. Another 13.
Oh, you dead.
His dice rolls are set.
So, but literally, it's a case of like boom, boom, bam. So it's a fucking quick brain buster.
Something B Cool would have been proud of had he done it himself.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, like you don't even get a chance to actually go vertical. It's literally like down, straight down. Like there's no fucking like pace to it at all. So there's a real intensity to the suplex, and like Violet Storm goes like gets spiked essentially. It looks fucking nasty. And the referee is back up at this point. So we've not got long to go left in this match, lads. To be honest. So yeah, give us your next rolls. Let's see what happens next.
You're gonna roll off the fucking chairs. What's gonna happen next?
8. Sorry. That's a 12. Out of 10. Okay, Violet Storm, you got a critical roll from this for your team. I should say for your team. So again, this can either be a double spot, a momentum, or an audience. So what would you like to do here first of all?
What's our momentum at the moment?
Okay, momentum check. So Violet Storm is currently on 5. James Rage is on 0. Conor Lough is on 3, and Casey Colt is on 3.
And how many spots are left?
3.
Which do you think, James? Momentum or double spot?
If double spots are particularly effective, could the match end early, or is it definitely locked in for 3?
If you get a critical on a fin and you go for a finisher and get a critical, then that can end the match. But it has to be a full on. It has to be an actual 12 on your dice.
Yeah, a natural 12.
An actual 12. Your momentum won't count in that as a critical to finish the match.
Yes, exactly.
I was just thinking for a double spot for me to dive in with the elbow as he goes to cover her, and then for her to roll him up. But
you'd have to hit 12 for that to be, without the momentum, for that to be successful.
In that case, you have the most momentum anyway, so you could stockpile before the finale.
Fair point. She could.
I am up and active though. So
yes. So yeah, I think like everyone's kind of coming back into play for the finish here. So
part of me really wants to see the image of Conor Locke getting up while proud of himself in the brainbuster, and me appearing behind him like a fucking monster.
I kind of want to see that as well, because I mean, if he's covered in blood as well, it would be an excellent fake image.
That does look well. So Kira, how do you want to play that way, or which way do you want to do it then?
Let's play it that way, because that's just pretty epic.
Okay, so it sounds like you're going for double momentum here. So I guess it goes to Jamie then. What would you like to do here?
Oh shit!
I did not think this through.
I forgot that my tag team partner has been spiked. Okay.
I was going to get involved on a double spot. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm there bleeding. He turns. I'm not very happy to see him. And
he almost has like a reaction, like, ow.
This is a mild inconvenience.
I made that motherfucker hear voices. Scoop.
Yep.
What's by the finish?
Is the Gale Force Moonsault.
That's all perfect. Okay, I am going to. Does anyone remember Kevin Steen's package powerbomb?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
That's what
you'd scoop them up into the powerbomb, then grab the back of their neck, pull it in, and drop backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing that to Conor Locke.
Okay, I like it.
Jim Morris is fucking turning in his grave.
Yes. It's a power roll, James Rage, +1.
Turning with an erection because he's fucking.
Oh, it's a 10 altogether, so you do hit it. You hit it, and you're back to momentum. So lads, we have 2 spots before the finish. Let's see what happens next. 12.
Oh, fucking hell.
And that's a 3.
Badly, I wanted.
So I rolled an 8, so that gets us at a 2.
Dice roll.
So
that's
Katie,
that's a third one.
That's a third one, yeah. Jeez, you're on fire, man, honestly. So, same again to use momentum, audience, or double spots. We have 2 spots.
Momentum.
Momentum, right. Okay, so Casey, what do you want to do? You're back in play now.
Who's actually in the ring?
At the minute is Violet Storm is recovering from the brain buster. Conor are recovering from the.
I mean, it's okay. So she that was a critical, and there's only been one move, and that was been the counter by James Rage. So I don't think she's up just yet. Then.
Yes, that's fair. Yeah. So
okay, so it's. Oh, sorry. Get away from the fucking toys.
So it's between you and James Rage at the minute.
Right. What I want to do on this one is. Okay, so if I'm coming back into the ring, that's not a sneak attack, but I appreciate what you're going for. So I do actually kind of want to go for a running bulldog and smash his face into it. Yeah. You want to go for the bulldog?
Yeah.
From behind, Pearl Harbor from behind. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go for the run. She's watching Veronica Guerin. We're gonna go for the running bulldog. So I'm gonna get his face into. Ow!
Perfect. That'll be a luck roll, Casey. So it's a +1, and it's double momentum if you get it. It's a 12. It's a 12 with the +1. So again, kind of revenge for last week. Casey Colt, you just upset Rob Midas for top of the cards. How about that? Okay, so this is our last spot before the finish. Oh, he's not happy. Oh, he's angry. Oh, look at him. He's so cranky.
I don't know if he's angry over the momentum or the fact that the dog keeps licking my boobs. So I don't know.
Now you just remind. Well,
Take your pick.
Yeah, take your tit, exactly. So
Take your tit. Did you just say take your tit?
I did say take your tit. So this is the final roll before the finish, lads.
Look where its paw is.
I
Just
know.
hold on to my wrist. Okay.
So
Okay.
9.
11.
Is that 11? Okay. I've also rolled a 9, so Amy, it's to you.
Amy has also rolled another 11.
Oh, reroll, lads. We all got 20. Right, go again.
10.
8.
8.
11. 8. 10. We're up by 1. Up by 1. So, Jamie, you'll get the last roll before the finish.
Okay, I've just been bulldogged.
By a bitch.
Yeah. Who's been Pearl Harboring people since week 1.
Mhm.
Which I have to admit is an excellent character trait that she's managed to bring in week after
No,
week.
it is, to be fair, yeah.
Violet, well, her back is turned from that bulldog. Is there something you'd like to do?
Oh, I like
You
that.
are finally recovered.
Yes,
Ooh.
this is true.
Think.
What would work?
Mm.
Literally at this point here, if you were standing behind me, now this is just like kind of what I would do in a sense. So I have my back after to you. I'm literally talking shit to Rage as he's down on the ground, and then I just turn into an RKO.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
So you hit the bulldog on me. You start to get up with your back to the corner. I roll away as you do the full 360 back to facing the corner. Violet Storm comes off the top with like a diving code breaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
that
that.
works.
idea.
Okay, that works. Yeah, because your camera would have been off you. So
Just out of sorry, I know you said, is this the final one before the finish? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you happy with that, Kira? Do you want to go with that?
Yeah.
All right, diving code breaker it is. So it's a luck roll to Violet Storm. 11. It'll do. That will very much fucking do. So, right then. So, lads, this is the finish. So again, we'll do a momentum check momentarily. So, let's talk about our finishes. So, Jamie and Kira, seeing that you're kind of in the ascendancy, I think it's fair you suggest yours first.
Okay.
I have one in mind for ourselves, but I'm not sure if Casey's inclined with it or not. We'll see.
I have Casey wants to make a show of James Rage.
Okay, because I think Conor might be able to get in on that. Possibly.
Because I don't know. See, this thing is because considering that Connor and Kira or Connor and Violet are going to be going head to head on each other, my idea is him to do a finisher on her, to do his finisher on her, whereas Casey would do her finisher on James.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had a mind for our finish was that like you'd obviously kind of like square kind of because you've taken the code breaker from Violet Storm, so I want her to go up for her finish, but kind of have to blind her completely with a looming tower, and that takes her down completely. So that gives then Casey either a chance, because I'm presuming Jamie will then take me out, and then it'll give Casey a chance to either lock in either one for the chicken wing. That's
so this is literally where so on this final roll then.
Yes.
It is going to be the actual roll, and then we're just going into the finishers then. Like we don't have to roll again. And all right, we need the fucking momentum check then now.
Yeah, we will. I wanted to talk through what finishes we wanted first. So from one team to the other. So currently my momentum is +3. Casey's is +4, apologies. So if you like, the whole team is +7. Okay. And delightfully, Violet Storm, yours is +6, and James Rage's is +1. So we both have +7 momentum.
We're quite even teams.
They're very even. That's why I'm liking this match. Like so, that's what I'd like to do for our finish anyway. I'd like for Volestorm to go for the Gale Force moonsault, but before she does get to the rub initially, she gets hit with a looming tower and spiked down.
I can't look at that because I don't want to go off the dice thing, but that better not be as insulting as I think it's going to be, Dennis.
Anyway, and yeah, this will give Jamie a chance then to clock Conor Lock out of it, and then that gives Casey Cole free reign to either lock in the chicken wing on either James Rage or Violet Storm. So that's what I love. Whether you want to go with that or you have something else in mind.
No, either way, the end game for me is to get James Rage in a chicken wing. I don't want him to tap. I just want him. I want him to be choked out.
Choked out. Okay, that's fair. Kira and Jamie, what would your finish? What would you like to do?
Where actually is Conor Lock?
Conor Lock is kind of out of play himself, in fairness, because he just taken the package powerbomb. So I suppose he's kind of done the same thing that you've just done, whereas like you kind of like disappeared from view and is going for something else. So you could easily just cut him off at the pass and like reverse what he does, or again do what we just did, exchange to neutralize him.
Okay.
What if?
Oh, this is insulting then to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
What would you think of Lock gets up?
I think once you watch it, Andy, you'll agree with us.
Oh, fuck you, Foxy. Lads, hurry the fuck up so I can see them insulting me, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, there's a good thing going on.
So, Kira, what would you think of I hit Lock with a full hammer elbow? He goes down, you go for the frog splash. Meanwhile, I have charged Casey over the top rope, and the two of us brawl away all the way to the asylum.
I like that. That gives Kira a chance to do her finish on Conor Lock then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with that, Kira? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, right then. So, if the children could please behave, it's a bit of a serious tone here. So.
This is disgustingly accurate of what I did on the way after I left Rascal.
So
I can confirm that's how she fell through the door when I dropped her home.
So
I didn't make it to the couch, but I did end up having the rest of the half bottle of wine.
Anyway, so lads, it's time for your final roll. So I think the best thing to do is perhaps go from team to team. So I think me and Amy will roll first. I think it's a fair thing to do, or whichever. Who wants to roll first? Anyone wants to roll?
Go first.
Okay, right. All right then. So it's a +7 to this roll. Okay, so I do not fucking believe it.
What is it?
Fuck off.
Oh, 12.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
So your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to beat a 31.
Probability states no.
So no pressure, lads. That's not a 12. Oh, it's number 2.
Oh my god.
Maybe roll a 12 as well. Oh, that was 3 12s in the finish. Fucking hell.
I kind of feel bad that Kira didn't get a 12.
I didn't get a 12.
I know.
You did get a 12.
I got a 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't feel bad.
Okay. I'd look at 12.
Kira, well done. You would have won it for your team because James just let you down.
James played this game honestly. He can look at himself in the mirror.
Dare you?
So yeah,
of course he can look himself in the mirror because he's fucking gorgeous with those lovely teeth. Go fuck yourself, James.
James, are they your own teeth or are they a product of Turkey?
What? No, I grew them myself.
I grew them myself.
From the James Rage teeth.
See, I think it's the fact, right, that James has all the light behind him. There is very little light in front of him, so he appears quite dark. So he's quite dark skin. So it actually looks like he's been in Turkey, fucking sunning himself, and then all of a sudden, boom, he smiles, and then bang, you're fucking blinded.
Just because he can't afford
right, it's coming up. It's coming up to the end of Veronica Gear now, right? Kate Blanchett's in the car; she's about to get shot, and the dog was really into it. And now I think that I've ruined the ending for him. He's like, "No, fuck this."
I have lost all will to live. so yeah, let's go through the finish of the match then. So what I want to do here is obviously you've Violet Storm has just hit the diving code breaker on Violet Storm, on Casey Colt rather, and then Violet Storm herself goes up to the top rope. But again, when Conor Locke isn't on screen, everyone should be asking, where's Conor Locke? He hits a looming tower out of nowhere, and that sends Violet Storm down to the ground again. Second fucking spike in the match. And what this does then, this gives James Rage ample chance to give the bullhammer elbow, as you suggested. So I'll take that, and that'll spark Conor Locke out. But alas, the final say will go to Casey Colt.
A little spider monkey.
Yes, we'll lock in this. Yeah. You'll lock in the recoil chicken wing, and again, there is no tap out, but there is
I don't want him tapping. I just want him just kind of. It's down to the fact of the amount of blood loss that both of us have had during this match. We're tired, and then it's just going to the fact that he's just. It's basic. It's exhaustion is kind of taken over. She's choking him out as opposed to going for the arm. She's really going for an actual choke on it. To kind of actually knock him out as opposed to. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. In that case, then.
Look how depressed he looks now.
That is pretty sad.
Veronica's just been shot. I mean, he's devastated. Look, he can't. Yeah, he's like, I don't want them to see me cry.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in my crate. And again, the referee will do the stoppage then. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of Casey Colt and Conor Locke. Carla, I think that match was as bloody and violent as we had expected it to be. Both members of each team busted wide open, and Conor Locke getting a measure of an indication perhaps that he may have Violet Storm's number here, getting her right at the end there with that looming tower. And hopefully that was the tipping point for the team, as Casey Colt then has returned the favour from the tournament match.
Sorry, I got distracted. Sorry, Jackson's been acting the maggot. I know, it's really sad, isn't it? It really is sad, I know. He looks so devastated at the end of this movie. Yeah, no, this has been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable, Jeff. This match has just taken. It's gone complete. I mean, it's totally not how I expected this to finish at all. I mean, the ring. Oh my God, like the ring looks like the Japanese flag at this point. I mean, I wasn't expecting this much color, not at all.
Yeah, and that is exactly it, and that is just somehow a sign of things to come in a sense, because as we know, two of these members will be fighting in the Asylum Pit, but it's also for the other side of that team, Violet Storm and Conor Locke. This is just a preview of our main event. One of these two will be the future world champion, and for Conor Locke, you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself once you realise you give it a bullhammer elbow. But either way, a good day in the office for both of these competitors.
Yeah.
So we leave the afters then. So the afters then goes to the heels. So Casey Colt and Conor Locke. So Casey, do you want to have first twist on this?
Sorry, what?
Do you want first twist on the? Do you have any afters after choking James Rage out?
Oh, I'm going to do what James Rage has done constantly to me and Rob Midas. I'm going to spit my blood on him. I'm going to shove Conor Locke out of the way, and I'm walking out of there.
Yeah, I like that. And Conor Locke is not necessarily he's going to kind of look at James Rage as if the kind of superiority complex has kicked in, and going like, who's the winner now, sort of shit. But then kind of sees Violet Storm. Violet Storm is kind of powdered out at this point. So I want her to kind of be just there at ringside, and Conor Locke just to kind of look, a little bit of a twitch, and then rolls back out, and he's going to go for he's gonna go for a Highland Peak. He's gonna hit a Highland Peak and leave it there, and just like the kind of the visual of like kind of like conquering Violet Storm in a sense. He's doing the kind of pose for it, and that's the afters I have for it. So that is our show, lads. So folks, that is our final show before Gold Rush, and let's just say this could be a preview of things to come. Casey Colt making James Rage pass out, and can Conor Locke win the future world championship against Violet Storm? We'll all have to wait and find out next week live on the VCR network. But for now, we'll see you next time on Future Wrestling.
This movie's making me fucking cry.
Yes. All is coming together nicely. It's just taking time to get it all to fall into place.
Well, I sincerely hope you get a move on, Robert. I'm getting nearly daily calls from Golden looking for updates. This operation is now dependent solely on you.
Look, Frank, it's like I said before. Decker's on his own here. He's done that by design. He's frozen out Youngblood, and that's why I've let...
I couldn't care less about that old man. Decker is the target and has been from the beginning. You need to stay focused on what we're trying to achieve.
Well, if you let me finish, you'd know that without anyone around to defend Decker, then his removal will be much more straightforward. Decker will make a mistake eventually if we put the right type of pressure on. Then we step forward and we pick up the pieces.
With all due respect, Robert, I am loath to agree with Golding here, but I'm getting tired of waiting. We need to be back in the conversation.
Do you not trust me?
Well, yes. Yes, I do, of course.
Then let me do my work. I'm outside Decker's office right now. I'll call you when I've made progress.
All right, then. Keep me informed.
Are you busy?
Got a couple of minutes. What's going on?
No, nothing major. I've heard a few of the boys talking about Cyrus and how he's not around. Would there be anything you could say about that? Maybe put an end to those ugly rumors going around?
You already know what I know. He's healing up after a surgery. And I'm not interested in whatever the rumors are.
I see. Seems to be a few surgeries going around, aren't there? First Cyrus, then Nathan. Quite a serious one, as I understand.
Sure it is. First I've heard of it.
Funny, I'd have expected you to be the first to know.
I guess some things just don't come up in conversation.
Perhaps. I know I've asked you this before, but Casey has suggested I ask you again. About Wayne.
No. Under no circumstances.
Look, for what it's worth, I agree with you. The boy is trouble. But the reality is Kyle's partner. She says it's unfair that Wayne has to stay at home while everyone else can have their girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, roam around catering.
He can stay watching from home. At least he won't be doing any more fucking damage.
Adam, let me try to give you some advice here. Promoter to promoter. Casey isn't happy here. She's already told me she's looking for other places to work once her stint is up here. Now, I'm sure you've got your feelings on her and her life choices, but alienating your talent will only snowball out of control. People start picking sides. They start asking questions. Eventually, your happy little family here is split apart. Is that what you really want?
Well, seeing in such a giving mood, maybe you can give Casey her own advice. There's more people in this promotion than you and her. You can keep haggling for money or politics to get scumbags allowed backstage, but it's not happening. If she can get a better deal elsewhere, I won't stop her.
Oh, for goodness sake, Adam, listen to what you're saying. You're a wrestling promoter. You just don't dismiss talents like this. You don't like her, that's one thing, but she's bringing in money. You can't deny that even if you don't like how she does her business. Is this why Morgan isn't around? You didn't like how the crowds got behind him, so you made him drop the title while he's not here. And if I were to even repeat some of the stories going around about Cyrus...
Mate, I see what you're doing here, but you're not pushing any of my buttons. Alex will be back when he's ready. Cyrus will be back when he's ready. You're trying to find stories when there are none to see.
You see, I know for a fact that's not true. You need to be very careful, Adam. There are some very angry wolves at your door.
Are you one of them? Or is this just more friendly advice?
Call it friendly advice for now. Or maybe call it a warning. You are being watched, scrutinized by you know who. He's waiting for you to fuck up, and we'll take all of this from under your nose. So if you don't want that to happen, I suggest you start playing along. Throw Kyle a bone and maybe, for once, be honest with your talent before someone else seizes the agenda.
You know for a fact that I'm not going to go along with that. At least not on your terms.
I know, but I had to say it anyway.
Of course. Well, I guess things are getting too quiet around here after all.
Enjoy the quiet, Adam, because the storm will be here very soon.